Are we live, guys? Or not yet? Live? Okay. Well then, everybody, welcome back to the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre here in Szczecin, Poland. We're ready to start an absolute epic evening of racing. It's the open category all the way through now till 11 o'clock tonight. We've got a massive lineup of 10 races. We've got the end of round 3 to go and the entire round 4. Now, each driver's driving one heat race in each of the 5 rounds. So we're really into the meat of the competition now. And in this next race, we've got a great lineup. Szymon Wejgren, Mateusz Matisse, Max Opdenkamp, Niels Verkindere, Mateusz Pluter, Thomas Wilshire and Max Thorner in this, Szymon Dolczycki, Marcus Heiser, Mikkel Rindzonek, Lennox Langnickel, Maximilian Dabrowski, Julius Jons, Philip Scherschak, Thomas Vallas, Noah Weichel, Bertil Parup, Olivier Matuszak and Daniel Fredriksson take part in this one. And we've got Max Opdenkamp, who's taken the pole position. Now, we've seen some great results from him already. We've seen wins from him and a second place as well. So he is looking very, very good. He's currently, as far as we know, leading the points. So although we're not complete with the actual round of 3. When it got to the end of the second round, it was Max Opdenkamp who was leading the points. So we're looking very, very good indeed as the session begins. Now, what's going to happen this, though, because we've got the likes of Matisse, who could take it off him, Rindzonek and Dabrowski. These are all drivers that could snatch that win from Max Opdenkamp, and so Max is going to have to really be on top form. He is on good form, though, because he's starting from that crucial first place. Once again, if you're joining us new, then basically each heat race is 13 laps long. They have a single lap qualifying and a single file start. That single file start obviously is in order of the qualifying laps. Each driver has to make a pit stop, and they must be from the timing point at the beginning to the timing point at the end of the pits in 20 seconds or greater. They cannot be faster than 20 seconds. We've seen a couple of races lost already this morning due to drivers making a pit stop on 19 and a bit seconds. So it's very, very tight indeed. However, the longer you spend in the pits, the more time you lose out on the track. So it really has to be pinned down just right. Now, Max Opdenkamp has been one of the best so far. So he's in a very good position in this race to add to his score. However, there are some who will be looking to take that from him. So we're looking now to take the start. I don't think the picture you're getting the live pictures on the live stream, but you will be getting the live timing, and I will let you know what's going on. So they're coming around. They're on the new section in the far end of the track. This new section has added some length here to the track at Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre, which has long been the venue of the Polish Indoor Kart Championship. A massive international field in this one. Max Opdenkamp is bringing them really slowly round. Their field is bunched up behind him. He's surely going to up the pace a little bit, but he doesn't want to do it too much, because if he strings them out, it'll be called a false start and he'll have to go round again. So Opdenkamp bringing them round. He's going to think about pulling the pin now. Yes, he does. He's on the throttle. He's going to cross the line. And he brings them round to start this heat race, round 3. They go through the first couple of corners there. They're side by side. There's a change of position by looks things, and several karts are side by side, especially up at the back there. And it looks like it might well be Thomas Wilshire who's getting a bit beaten up at the tail as they come around. And again, pay no attention to what's on your screen. It's not the current race. It's from a previous year. Max Opdenkamp, though, does have the lead. I can tell you that. And Opdenkamp is leading from Szymon Wejgren. So it's definitely Max Opdenkamp who's got the start he wanted. He's got about a half kart length ahead of Wejgren as we speak. So down to complete the opening lap. These 2 hairpins they're going through now have been so pivotal in this championship and previous years. There's a lot of action takes place there. They're coming across the line now to complete that opening lap. It is Max Opdenkamp with the lead from Szymon Wejgren. And Mateusz Matisse, he is in the 3rd place. And we've seen him running the 3rd place a lot today as they continue round out to the outdoor section, back inside now for the leader, Max Opdemkamp. Onto that new section. Szymon Veszgren is running with him. Mateusz Matisse is coming too, and we've got a pit visitor. We've had one kart in the pits already, and I'll just identify that driver. It was, well, I'll come back to him. So, Matthias Pluter. Matthias Pluter has rolled the dice early. They have to make that pit stop, and Pluter clearly feels that he was in a position where he was losing time running with those around him. He wanted clean air, and now he's got it by making that early pit stop. So the epic Max Opdemkamp, he had been leading the points so far today. When the second round was completed, he ended up in the lead with a first and a second result. And he means to add to that in this one to cement his position. Now, they're going to keep scoring points tomorrow morning as well in all of these heat races. And they do 5 heat races each, the best 4 count. And that gives them the right to continue scoring in the semi-final. And when they do that, that gives them points to get into the final. Tomorrow's semi-finals and final are going to have a much more in-depth qualification system. We'll go through that tomorrow as they come through. It is still Max Opdemkamp with Szymon Veszgren behind him. Mateusz Matisse behind that. And if we look a little bit back further to fourth, we've got Filip Szczerszak and Filip Szczerszak, and then Lennox Langnickel. Lennox Langnickel is up there in 5th place. Those watching back home, I know there's a strong British contingent watching this now because Thomas Wilshire is in 14th place, and we've also got in the race, where is he? We've got Thomas, not only Thomas Wilshire, but we've got Max Thorne. I'll try and find it. Yes, he's in 16th place in the listings at the moment. So Thomas Wilshire certainly was getting a bit beaten up, it seemed, early on, but he's settled down into his position. So they're coming around to complete yet another lap. It is Max Opdemkamp and Szymon Veszgren. They are pulling away ever so slightly from Mateusz Matisse, who in turn has about a 2-car length ahead of Filip Szczerszak. Now, Szczerszak has got a little bit of a train building up behind him, so maybe 1 or 2 of those, maybe our next pit stop, as that's Lennox Langnickel, it's Dabrowski and Julian Jones there as well in that little group behind the sort of main 3 leaders, if you like. But it is a 2-car breakaway now, definitely a breakaway with Max Opdemkamp. He started from pole. He's won earlier on today. He won his first race. He came second in the next one, and but he's been kept really honest there by Szymon Veszgren. And Veszgren, this surely is his strongest showing yet today, this tournament, and he's waving Max Opdemkamp on. He gave him the wave there. He's wanting Opdemkamp to just keep running clean and keep running fast. The idea being the 2 of them pull away so that they don't get leapfrogged by anyone else in the pits. Now, of course, as you can imagine, if you have to make a 20-second pit stop or slower, you want to make it as close as you can to that 20 seconds. What's crucial is that you don't end up incurring any penalties by going too fast. You don't want to put yourself in a position to have to make a really rapid pit stop. Now, if Max Opdemkamp and Szymon Veszgren can pull away, that will allow them to make a slightly more conservative pit stop. I mean, already they could make a 21-second pit stop and still come out with the lead, except for the chasing Mateusz Matisse. And I think that's exactly what Szymon Veszgren wants. He wants Opdemkamp to pull away, so at worst, they end up 1-2ing this race. Szymon Veszgren sees the possibility of amazing points out of this race. He's been there or thereabouts all day, but this is his strongest showing. Veszgren has not won today, so second place would be his best result so far in this tournament, and a lot of points towards a semi-final placing. Now, they're continuing to slightly pull away. They're really gapped now to 4th place. 4th place, of course, being Filip Szczerszak and the rest. In fact, we've got a very strong showing there because I'm seeing in... where is he? I think one of the British drivers is quite well up there. Well, I'll get back to you on that one, but I've got a feeling he's doing very well indeed. But the timing is just yet to update. We just... oh, no, sorry, it's a different suit. I was getting mistakes. Still a yellow suit in the background. We've got we're starting to get towards the sunset outside. The stadium is well lit inside, and it's floodlit for the outside section, but it does alter the dynamics. We're still getting sunlight through the roof and sunlight through the open side doors, so that will have an effect on the lighting in the stadium. Now, they come... Whoa! Very close there. Pit visitors just come out in front of another kart, but it's still the two leaders. It is still Max Opdem Camp where it counts. It's still Szymon Veszgren and Mateusz Matisse. Now, they're definitely pulling away from fourth place Filip Szczerszak. So the first two have got the ability to come in and do a 21-second conservative pit stop, even if someone was to do the required 20 exact and come out the lead. But Mateusz Matisse in third place is possibly the fly in the ointment here, because far from being dropped by the two leaders, if anything, he seems to have upped the pace. So let's have a look at the lap times. Yeah, he's well amongst them. Matisse, he's of the three leaders, he is second fastest. So Matisse is definitely not being left behind here. Sometimes in the slower sections, he's visibly catching. Faster sections, that's kind of the concertina effect comes in and the gap gets elongated. But certainly Matisse is part of this leadership battle, and will be when this race irons out towards the... Filip Szczerszak, though, and Lennox... Hang on a sec, we've got someone in the pits here. We've got, let me see if I can identify that car. It is the 22. The 22, I'll go to the timing screen now and we'll see who we've got listed. It is Szymon Veszgren. Szymon Veszgren has come out of second place. Now, that's interesting. Maybe he felt now that Max Opdem Camp was, in fact, ever slightly slower. He comes out now into that second, well, into what hopefully from his point of view will be second or first place when those pit stops cycle through. Now, we'll see if that was the right thing to do, because he's come out further down the order, but of course, if he can up the pace, we'll see what he can do a lap time. It is, in fact, Linus Langnickel, who is the quickest with a 50.1. They're on the regular direction. Those who know Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre here, it's the regular direction that they're travelling now, the one we started with this morning. Now, Max Opdem Camp has therefore been relieved of that pressure from second place Veszgren. Now, can Mateusz Matisse close in? He might not, because he still had a couple of kart lengths between him and Veszgren. It's going to be interesting who the next one to pit is. I think both will probably be wise to go very long distance on this. They're both clear of anyone in front. They're not dealing with any lap traffic, and they're not under any pressure from Szczerszak and Langnickel behind them. So they've got a comfortable gap over those two. So these two will be wise, in theory, to carry on towards the end. The big question is what's going to happen lap times. Now, Max Opdem Camp is currently fastest on the track, so that lends itself to him staying out longer. If, of course, we and he, because he can see a timing screen as he passes a certain point on the track, if he found that Veszgren was actually closing in, because the times in purple are the best lap of the race, and we're seeing that for Max Opdem Camp with a 50.1. If Veszgren was actually closing in and Opdem Camp would be alerted to this, it would be wise for him to come in sooner rather than later. 16 has been in, the number 16 kart, and that is Mateusz Matisse, I believe. So we'll just get the timing updated on that one. Just waiting for that timing to sort itself out. We're getting very close to the end of this race, so Opdem Camp is going to have to pit. In fact, I believe this is him in now. Number 4, yes it is, the race leader is in. Now this has to be a pretty good lap, because Veszgren has been quite fast, and a lot of other karts are coming in behind him. Hopefully from their point of view, Thomas Wilsh is actually pitting out of 5th place, incredibly, and Lennox Langnickel was in there as well. Let's see what happens. And in fact, Opdem Camp has now reassumed the lead. He's in fact got a bigger lead, but yeah, so he's got a bigger lead there of Veszgren. Veszgren has come out, has assumed that second place further back down the order, but we are showing another driver in that top spot, and I'm trying to identify that driver. I can't find him actually on my list, so hopefully that's not old data or the list is incomplete, because we we're actually showing a different driver in the lead according to the timing. So goodness knows what's gone on there. Meantime, the checker is coming out. I'm going to look out the window and see what we've got a really late pit stop by somebody, but it is going to be Max Opdenkamp. Max Opdenkamp has won from Shimon Vesgren, and it's Matisse in third place. So it is definitely Max Opdenkamp who has won. Shimon Vesgren and Matisse. That has been pretty much the order throughout the race there. A straightforward flag-to-flag victory for Max Opdenkamp. He adds that to his win earlier on. He adds that to his second place in the previous round, and this really cements his lead in this championship so far. Obviously, we have other races from round 3 still to come, but certainly I believe that Max Opdenkamp will come out of this with that first place in the overall point standings. An outstanding performance there. Shimon Vesgren has recorded his best results so far today, and Matisse has added to his pretty decent score so far with a third. Now, I believe also that Shershak will have come in through into fourth place, but I will get that double checked. This live timing, I just need it to update itself. It's giving us a bit of dodgy data a moment ago. We'll refresh this and see what we end up with. No, it was in fact Julek Jons. Julek Jons, who's listed in fourth place, and Dabrowski in fifth, with Shershak being pushed down to sixth place with Thomas Valas behind him. Lennox Langnickel is eighth. So Lennox Langnickel has tumbled down the order there, mostly through the cycling of the pit stops. It really can play havoc with those following. Thank goodness we have the live timing available. And just to give a little bit of an update to the two Brits, because I know a number of Brits will have been tuning into this with two in there. We have, let's have a look, where are we? We're looking for Thomas Wilshire. Thomas Wilshire has got a 15th place. Max Thorne has come through in 17th, so a little bit further down the order for those guys. Unfortunately for them, however, we'll see what happens tomorrow. And what a finish there for Max Opdenkamp. He really has sealed his lead in the championship with that result there. And we will see what happens in the next heat race, which is going to be a bit of a tough one. We've got some big names coming up in this one, some previous winners, and we are indeed looking forward to that particular race. So stay tuned. So just to confirm, a win there for Opdenkamp, a second for Vesgren, and a third for Matisse. Here at the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre in Szczecin, Poland. It's the Polish Indoor Kart Championship, and we are on the third round of 5, and this is race 3. So the fourth race of this particular round. And in this, we have Gabriel Kinter, Adam Palek, Alice Noel, Teo De Vincenzo, Christian Kopacci, Eliana de Vos, Ivan Shana, the Hungarian champion, Konrad Bilak, Szczepan Pudlik, Jens Blechschmidt, Malgosia Wisniewska, Morris Hack, Andres Gall, Marcel Lobermeyer, Victor Sparholt, Jan Gajos, Bruno Seifert, Victor Vota, and David Cart. And this is going to be a very tough race indeed. So, just to run through that lineup again as the qualifying begins, we have got Gabriel Quinta, Adam Pikc, Alice Noel, Dale De Vincenzo, Christian Capacci, Eliana de Vos, Ivan Schana, Konrad Bilak, Szczepan Pudlik, Jens Blechschmidt, Gosia Wisniewska, Morris Hack, Andres Gal, Marcel Lobermeyer, Victor Sparholt, Jan Gajos and Bruno Seifert, along with Victor Vota and David Cart. They are the runners in this next race, and at this race, well, it could be any one of a number of them winning this. Expect a strong showing, though, from Eliana de Vos, a former champion here in the junior levels of the Polish Championship. Ivan Schana, multiple Hungarian champion, as well as Szczepan Pudlik, and maybe even this could be Jens Blechschmidt's moment as well. Victor Sparholt's a good bet, and maybe even Victor Vota or David Cart could come into play here with a result. The qualifying is now being completed, and we'll refresh the timing screen and see what we've got, because the checker flag is coming out. The drivers are still completing it. They're still coming through. It's not over yet. We've got Christian Capacci, who's currently fast, but he's been beaten by Victor Vota. Vota currently sits on the top spot, with Capacci pushed back into second place, with Jens Blechschmidt in third, David Carter. Oh, and Elliot de Vos comes through into second place in one big sweeping moment. Up to the top, it's Teo De Vincenzo. Teo De Vincenzo steams through to take the top spot. One more to qualify. And through he goes, and who's it going to be? It's Teo De Vincenzo. Teo De Vincenzo takes the top spot in this qualifying session from Victor Vota. Eliana de Vos is third, Christian Capacci fourth, and Victor Sparholt in fifth. Jens Blechschmidt sixth. Incredible run from Gabriel Quinta. He lives in Britain, his family is Portuguese, and he is in seventh place. So Gabriel Quinta well up the order there. Can he hang on is the big question. So Gabriel Quinta will probably be as surprised as anyone to find himself in that sort of position. Can he convert it? But David Cart is going to be right behind him. So Quinta's going to have his hands full for sure. Heading off to take his spot. There goes Eliana de Vos. Seeing him at the corner of the picture there. But there's no doubt about the front place driver there. Teo De Vincenzo. Outstanding performances from him today, but this is his first time with a front row slot. There goes Gabriel Quinta through, one of the Bradley Shepherd Racing drivers. All eyes from BSR. BSR have got a strong British entry here. Bradley Shepherd back in England, probably keeping tabs on this one. He'll be pleased with his driver's results so far. And surprised and pleased, I think, with Gabriel Quinta here. And the big thing is, can Quinta convert this? He's got David Cart behind him, and David Cart certainly knows his way around this racetrack. But now so too does Gabriel Quinta, so we'll keep an eye on that. But Teo De Vincenzo will be starting off from first place from Victor Vota. Now, Vota will see this as a absolute prime chance to take victory in at least one race today. So Victor Vota will be giving it his formidable best. But Eliana de Vos, never to be discounted in any race, and he's taking a third place start there. If he feels he's out of position, he'll be straight into the pits, no question about it. He'll try and get that pit stop out of the way. Victor Sparholt, slightly surprised on some of his results today to find him down in fifth place. Such has been his running. He's been running right up at the top. They're starting their pace lap now. They've got quite a way on this layout because they start literally halfway around the course. They have the new revised section that was revised for this event. More straights and more hairpins basically in the top right-hand corner of the venue. It has increased the track a little bit. It has increased the lap times, and but De Vincenzo is bringing them up very slowly. He really wants to bunch that field. He wants a nice, clean getaway. He wants them all nicely paced so that there isn't a restart, and equally, he doesn't find anyone's bumping him into that first turn. So, when's he going to pull the pin? He's going now. He's dragging him around that final corner, and we're going to get the green flag, and the race is on. And Vincenzo has got the start he wanted. It's side by side behind him, though. Side by side behind him has been a big net loser in the middle of that. It may well be Capacci. We'll see what happens as they come around. Ivan Schana's well down the order, I've seen. and Szczepan Pudlik as well, so it may well be that they will be our first pit visitors. But it is Teo De Vincenzo. Teo De Vincenzo has the lead with Victor Volta, and somehow Elena de Vos has found himself dropping back from the leaders, most unexpected, with Christian Capacci actually continuing, I believe, in that fourth place. So it wasn't him who got bundled down the order. Where is Kinter? Kinter's maintained position as well. He's got David Karp behind him, though, so he's got his hands full, no question about that. As they come around, complete lap 2, crossing the line, we're going to double check the timing, but there's no doubt about it. It's Teo De Vincenzo with that lead from Victor Volta, and these two are looking like they're going to be pulling away slightly. Elena de Vos is a very formidable driver. He has been junior champion of Poland at this very track. So this is not somebody who we can consider lagging behind because he doesn't like the circuit. He's won major championship here before. Out of the pits, though, the first pit visitor was the 19, and that was one who was getting bundled around as well, I did notice. So that is... of course, where is that one? Marcel Lobermeyer. Marcel Lobermeyer was one of the early pit visitors. There's another one as well who I'll identify when they come back round. Anyway, meantime, it is Victor Volta. Victor Volta's all over the back now. Teo De Vincenzo. Volta's in the pits. Volta's pitted out to second place. He's going to try and make the pass using the pit stop. There's another kart in with him. But it is Volta. And the 22 is... where is he? Bruno Seifert. Bruno Seifert is in the pits. So Bruno Seifert in the pits now. So Volta comes out. The 7. That's Christian Capacci. He pitted as well, as did Bruno Seifert. In fact, there's been 5 karts there have pitted now, as the leader continues to be Teo De Vincenzo. Now, can Elliot Evans close the gap? That's part 1. Part 2 of the question is what will happen in terms of Victor Volta closing in. Now, Teo De Vincenzo, this is not his first rodeo. He's been in this position in the past in various other championships. He's going to be checking the screens to see what's happening with Victor Volta, but meantime, the fastest on the track is in fact Victor Sparholt, who's moved up a position as a result of the pit stop cycle there. So he's, I believe he's now in 4th place. We'll double check on that, but he's quickest and he's got a gap in front of him. So Victor Sparholt may yet be a factor in this race. We've still got De Vincenzo in the lead. We've got Elena de Vos is in 2nd place now. And then, therefore, it must be... We'll double-check the timing. I'm going to say something wrong if I guess this one, because we've had some 5 karts into the pits already. So, De Vincenzo. Now, De Vincenzo is definitely being closed on by Elena de Vos. It's a 1, 2, 3 across the line with Victor Sparholt. Victor Sparholt, the fastest on the track currently, is in 3rd place, and he is closing in on not only 2nd, De Vos, but also the leader, which is Teo De Vincenzo. So, Victor Sparholt, will we see him in the pits in an attempt to leapfrog those in front? Will we see Victor Volta actually be passed in turn by Victor, yes, it is Victor Sparholt, as opposed to the other Sparholt, which is Carson. So, Teo De Vincenzo, he's looking very vulnerable at the moment. He's coming through the main new section there as they complete the new section and onto a slightly old one. Now, Vincenzo's waved. De Vincenzo has waved. That could mean he's in the pits. He's signaling to Elena de Vos, I'm going to come in the pits. And yes, De Vincenzo does. Now, what he's doing that for, this early pit stop, is to try and shut off these people who may be faster, having already pitted. He wants to get out in front of them and not allow them that advantage of clear space to make enough of a gain to leapfrog him in the pit. So it's been important. He's recognised that. We've all seen it, you watching at home and the rest of us here, but he's also spotted it. So we'll see that shapes out when these pit stop cycles come through. So we'll have a refresh of the timing. There's been another pit stopper as well. That would be the number 5. Waiting for that all-important reset on my timing. Number 5 kart is Maurice Hack. Maurice Hack has been in the pits. So Elena de Vos is the current leader. Victor Sparholt has therefore moved up to 2nd place. So there's de Vos and Sparholt going through the first turn absolutely together as they fire off outside. There's the third, fourth, fifth, nose to tail now, but obviously that's third, fourth, fifth on the road. The 17 is in the pits. 17 is in the pits, which of course is, I think, yeah, Malgrata Wisniewska. So Eliana Vos continues in the lead. Victor Sparholt is in second. Will one of these make a stop now, or do they believe they're fast enough? If anything, surely it would be Sparholt, because he's all over the back of Eliana Vos, having caught him as the race has progressed. Gradually closing in. There was quite a big gap there. Is he coming in the pits? No, he's not. He's content to continue circulating with the Vos. Clearly trusting the speed of the former junior champ. There's been a change of position there. Kinter's fighting a rearguard action. Kinter it is, fighting a very strong rearguard action behind him. He's got carts to the left and the right as they entered the outdoor section there. So we'll see how that's shaping up. He's currently in third place. Gabriel Kinter, to my calculation, is in third place. I believe we have had Jens Blechschmidt into the pit, so Kinter is in third place, or third on the road. But either way, he's there. And Gabriel Kinter is about the same distance from the leader as he was at the start, so he's not losing any time. So Kinter, but he has got carts queuing up behind him. I believe the first one behind him is still David Cart, so that means Blechschmidt has been in the pits. Is Kinter coming in? No, he's not, but the couple behind him are. And that looks like Malgosia Wisniewska into the pits there, as the two leaders are there on the screen, and that is Eliana Vos. Into the outdoor section, starting to get darker out there now. And the 8 cart in the pits there is, yeah, we're showing Jens Blechschmidt has been in the pits and rejoined. Jens Blechschmidt, he's signalling to the driver behind, who nods, and that means that they're accepting the idea that they're just going to sit there and make some pace here. They're not looking to really race each other. They want to try to create something of a leapfrog effect when others come in. But that's a heck of a group he's got behind him. All of those, well, most of those early pit stoppers are right on his tail. There's 6 carts going through that new section in the background there, as the leaders have completed another lap. In fact, they're coming to the outdoor section now. Okay, so there's a huge gaggle behind. Going to double check on the leaders. Yes, it's still De Vos, still from Victor Sparholt, no pit in there, and it's still Gabriel Kinter, the incredible Gabriel Kinter, in third place, but he's got David Cart all over the back of him. Now, David Cart must be content with the speed of Kinter, or else he would have headed for the pit lane, because believing the driver in front's going slower, you've got that ace card up your sleeve of taking that pit stop. And David Cart, who really knows his way around here, he's probably done as many laps as anyone around this track. He's not coming in the pits, and he's still not coming in either. They've just passed the pit entry there, and he's content to follow Gabriel Kinter. What a race, though, by both Kinter and Cart, to be fair. Okay, so let's just take a little double take on the leaders. They're coming out of the outside part into the stadium section here. They're entering the new part. It's still De Vos now. I'm trying to find who has got the fastest lap there. The timing screen isn't really showing that as such, because there's some gaps in that, but don't worry about that. We're still seeing some serious speed from Eliana Vos and the chasing Victor Sparholt. Victor Sparholt, they're completing another lap. Will we see a pit stopper? We're on 10 laps in of 13. Yes, it's Sparholt. Victor Sparholt takes to pit road. He's in the pit. What's it going to be? It needs to be good. It needs to be clean. We've got the 14 in there as well. The 14 is David Cart. David Cart pits from behind Gabriel Kinter. Surely we'll have Kinter in behind. Now, where will Cart come out in terms of Kinter? And where will Sparholt come out in terms of Eliana Vos? And where will everybody come out in terms of our early leader, Di Vincenzo? So, David Cart rejoins the track. He's ahead of Jens Blechschmidt. Jens Blechschmidt is quite some way back, and then that battling group behind him. So we've got a race lead in the form of Eliana De Vos. De Vos has not pitted, so he's completely out on his own. There's a massive gap there until Gabriel Kinter, who's now running second. Is De Vos in? De Vos is in. The race leader comes in this time. There's a big enough gap that Kinter could come in as well, which he does, and behind him as well. So Kinter's in out of third place now. Where will De Vos come out? And where is Di Vincenzo? Di Vincenzo is steaming down through towards the start-finish area. Di Vincenzo, will he resume that lead? Or will it be someone else? And it's De Vos comes out in front. De Vos comes out in front. Victor Vota looks like he's got second, and we've still got more pit stops and people coming out. Sharna rejoined. Sharna has rejoined and made up a space, and David Cart jumped somebody as well, as somebody has lost a lot of time and space there. But we've got Eliana De Vos up at the front. We've got the checker flag coming out. It looks like we've got De Vos. We've got De Vos leading the way. It could well be Victor Vota, which means Di Vincenzo has tumbled down the order there. We're going to try and find out exactly where he cycled out, because that is a huge loss. That could put him to fourth, because I'm showing Victor Sparholt in third. And that's right, but oh, a move, but not quite coming off. De Vos, surely the checker flag's out, and De Vos has it. De Vos wins from the number 9 of Victor Vota. And Victor Sparholt comes through. A big change here. David Cart, Kinter in 7th. So just to take those top spots now, it is Eliana De Vos who wins. A great victory there for Eliana De Vos. Victor Vota 2nd, Victor Sparholt in 3rd. Teo Di Vincenzo tumbles down the order to 4th. He'll be very disappointed with that, I'm sure. Christian Capacci into 5th. David Cart leapfrogs Gabriel Kinter into 6th. Gabriel Kinter, a fine 7th place. All the Bradley Shepherd supporters will be pleased with that one. That is a strong showing there from Kinter. So a great result. Konrad Bielak is in 8th place, the top half. Jens Blechschmidt into 9th place there. Adam Palak is in 10th, yeah, so well done. Andres Gal there is in 11th place, and Malgorzata Wisniewska is in 12th place. Ivan Sharna will be disappointed with that 13th. He's having a really up and down tournament, and unfortunately for him, the majority of it right now is down. And Szczepan Pudlik will definitely be distraught with that 14th place. We're seeing him so much higher than that, but he can only do what he can do. Bruno Seifert is in the 15th place, with Marcel Lobermeyer dropping there to 16th. And whereas Maurice Hack is in 17th place, with Jan Gaius in 18th, and Alice Noel rounding them out in the 19th place there. So what a victory for Eliana De Vos. He started 3rd, he came through to 1st place. He knows how to win the championship here, because he was the junior champion some time ago. Let me have a little look at this, because it was a while back. It was 2019 that Eliana De Vos took the junior championship here at Silver Go-Kart and Hotel. And so that is a good, solid wrap-up of points there by Eliana De Vos. 2nd place, of course, was the really strong Victor Vota. A fine points haul for him. And Victor Sparholt, the Sparholt boys have had a cracking weekend so far. Really fine showings across the board. And Teo Di Vincenzo obviously got pushed to 4th. But good showing there, especially from David Cart, Gabriel Kinter. We will move on to the next race, which is the 5th race in the 3rd round. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, so you're back with us at the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre here in Szczecin, Poland. It is the Polish Indoor Kart Championship this weekend, and we've got an evening of fine racing. It's the last two heats coming up now of the third round, as they've got a fourth round tonight, and the entire fifth round will be tomorrow. Now, an outstanding lineup in this next heat race. We've got Gabor Pataki, Luka Kauenberg, Tomek Bernadowski. Now, Tomek Bernadowski has had a cracking tournament so far. He's competing in the open and the junior categories, and he's been winning in both. Peter Puszka, Aleks Mrożko, Peter Volinka, Jacob Equal is out in this one, and he's been putting in some fine performance. Timur Gabor, Igor Tvarek. Igor Tvarek has had a pole position as well. Nikolai Dirop, Arno Terven, who's run right at the front. Jenny Tompkins is in this one. Shimovit Vera, a strong competitor this weekend. Daniel Oversen, Alan Matusiak, Patrick Wojciech, Shemek Kulish, Rico Harbosh, one of the finest and a multiple champion, the reigning champion, in fact, of this event. Rico Harbosh is out. And Andrei Kramarevsky, so Andrei Kramarevsky in this one as well to round them out. Now, the qualifying laps are underway. They're taking the green flag. About half of the entry have now started their qualifying lap. They've got to make one qualifying lap. It's a single lap qualifying, a single file start. So it's going to be important. Then a 13-lap race with a pit stop that must be 20 seconds or slower. They have to cross the timing beam at the beginning of the pit lane and cross the timing beam at the end of the pit lane. No faster than 20 seconds. They will be making a stop, but that's not exactly at the end by the timing beam. They make it about 3/4 the way down the pit lane, so they do have to anticipate and make the proper exit. A lot of people have been getting it bang on, but we've had two people already this morning were disqualified from a race win and punted down the order due to going faster through the pits than 20 seconds. In reality, did it alter their race result? It probably didn't. They probably would have won anyway, but that infraction cost them the win. Now, the final qualifiers are coming through. Going to get my timing screen updated and pass on the information. So the qualifying is complete. What are we showing as the result here? We are showing Tomek, yeah, it is, of course, Tomek Bernadowski. Tomek Bernadowski has the first place. He's in pole position for this race. And Shimit Vera is in second place. Shemek Kulish is in third. Arno Terwin fourth. Tibor Gabor has come through to fifth. Rico Harbosh been punted down to sixth place. What has happened to Rico Harbosh? And Luka Kauenberg will be starting right behind Harbosh in that seventh place. And Igor Tvarek into seventh with, where is he? It's going to be Alex. Trying to find him on here. Aleks Mrożko, yeah, he's in ninth place. Gabor Pataki is in 10th. Now there's a potential winner right there down in 10th. Alan Matusiak finds himself in 11th. Andrei Kramarevsky is indeed in 12th. Peter, where is he? Where is Peter? Yeah, Peter Puszka, he's down in 13th. Jacob Equal is in 14th. Sorry, Equal is now showing as higher than Peter Puszka. As the thing refreshes itself. Behind that, Jenny Tompkins and the rest. So we're going to be getting the final lineup made there as they just come through, but there's no doubt it's Tomek Bernadowski. Now, he's had an incredible tournament so far. He's scoring amazingly on each. I think he's won most of his junior races. I've not been commenting on him, but he's certainly been right up at the front all day long in both the Open and the Junior. So Bernadowski is looking to take something major from this tournament. He's already taken heat wins. He's aiming to take semi-final wins, and if he can, the final itself, and maybe do the double of the Junior and the Open if things go his way. Although Max Opdemkamp is certainly looking Seriously, he's got way more points than Bernardowski, but Bernardowski is putting on a sterling performance. He's going to be one of the front runners regardless. He's certainly starting from the front in this one. Now, they've all lined up now, and they're being given the go. Bernardowski is leading them round. They're in that new section on the far end. Bernardowski is a very, very capable driver, very young driver. As I say, he's not only competing in the Open, which is like the adult category, he's also right up there in the junior. So very young guy is Tomek Bernardowski, but there's no doubting his speed. Now he's really bringing them very slowly, Bernardowski. He's going to up the pace a little bit, I think, through the final two hairpins and then increase to full speed through the final turn and across the line. And that's exactly what's happening. In fact, he's opening it up now. He's full speed out of that final hairpin. He's full speed out of the final corner. The green flag is given now. It's Bernardowski who takes the lead, taking a wide sweep in. And Bernardowski secures that first place from Vera and Kulish. So Bernardowski into the outdoor section, continuing his lead. It's an amazing start by him. Has he, in fact, increased that lead? Has he? Not quite, no. Vera's got about a cart length. It looked as though going to the outside part that Bernardowski had made something of a lead. He's got, well, at what this stage so far you could consider a comfortable one, which is about a cart length. But Shimovic Vera is one of the finest in this place, and Shimovic Vera is indeed closing in. He's now closed that into half a car and might well be right on the bumper of Bernardowski. But Bernardowski, amazing performance all day long, and he's in the lead right now. Off the final corner, first lap in the books, and it's Bernardowski leading the way. Tomek Bernardowski, no question about him, and the top four making a bit of a gap there. Top four are pulling away slightly. Have we got some pit visitors? Will it be Rico Harbosch? Keeping an eye out, trying to find out who's in the pits. Can't quite see, but I'm going to have a look as they come out. Rico Harbosch is the one I'm more concerned about, the number 17. So, not Harbosch yet. Harbosch is not in the pits. No, it wasn't Harbosch. So we'll let the timing reset and we'll see how that's working through. As it was, in fact, Thibaut Gabor. Now, Thibaut Gabor pitted out to 5th place, and that is a brave roll of the dice there by Thibaut Gabor. We felt that he qualified very high relative to him, but he obviously feels though he's been held up. So Thibaut Gabor has seriously rolled the dice there, and it is in fact Rico Harbosch in 5th place, albeit with a gap, quite a gap between him and the 4th place, Arno Terven. So Arno Terven is that 4th place with Rico Harbosch somehow out of position. We used to have seen Rico Harbosch literally up at front. A pit stop there has been made. That is Daniel Overson. Daniel Overson has been into the pits with just 2 laps showing on the list. As they're going to come through to complete the 3rd one. It's still Tomek Bernardowski. Tomek Bernardowski off that field. In the pits. In the pits is Shimovic Vera. Shimovic Vera has come in from 2nd place. He's clearly trying to leapfrog the leader there. Shimovic Vera has rolled the dice, sailed into pit lane. Przemek Kulish has come into 2nd place with Arno Terven into 3rd. Obviously, Rico Harbosch will now be 4th. And Luca Kauenberg, as there goes Vera back into the race. And he has come out ahead of the other pit stoppers, headed by Thibaut Gabor in the 18. So Vera has come out comfortably ahead of the other early pit stoppers. Tomek Bernardowski, will he pit to cover that? That could be an interesting question, because if Bernardowski has any doubts about his speed against Vera, he will want to be in the pits. I don't think he has much doubt, because he's a very confident young man indeed, but he's already been closed in. He's already been closed in by Przemek Kulish and Arno Terven. So Bernardowski, he's going to have to take a little look at this. Bernardowski, he's a very young guy, but he's very successful so far. There's no questioning he's got the speed. Now we're going to see what his racecraft says to him. Is he going to come in and try and shut everybody off? These early pit stoppers, you see, they're looking to create some clear space, put in better lap times, and record laps faster than those who were running in front of them. obviously Vera will think that he is quicker than Bernardowski, and that will play into his hands. When Bernardowski pits and comes out, he will be behind Vera in Vera's eyes. Now, Bernardowski does not come in, so Bernardowski is feeling confident. He reckons he can stay out. He can stay out and still hold that lead when he comes in and out himself. Vera's got other ideas, though, and we're going to see how that shapes out at the end. Chances are that Bernardowski is now going for the long strategy. We are 5 laps of 13 in. If Bernardowski's strategy is to stay out, he's going to probably try and stay out right to the end. Vera, what's he like on lap times? I'm waiting for the timing to reset itself so that I can find out who's currently fast at the moment. Don't have that information for you, but when I know, I will pass it on. What I do know, though, is Bernardowski is certainly holding a lead from Kulish. Oh, and a pass! Kulish, I believe, may have lost the position. We'll see as they come back around. Any pit stoppers know Bernardowski's got a bigger lead now. But has there been a change to 13? Turvin has taken up second place, and Rico Harbosch looks like he's in third now. Rico Harbosch could well have made that move into third at the expense of Kulish. Now, will Kulish come into the pits as a result of all of this? Very often we see in these races when a driver gets bundled out of position, especially someone dropping second to fourth place there, it just kind of reset themselves, things like that. They might throw that thing into the pits. He may well have settled already, realise it's Harbosch he's chasing, and think Harbosch is fast, Harbosch can win, Harbosch is the reigning champion here of the Polish Indoor Championship, and therefore just follow him. We'll find out this time around. He has indeed thought that. He knows it's Harbosch. Harbosch in the 17 kart has now moved from that original 5th place. He's working his way to the front. He's done it by passing there. He still has this pit stop in hand. The question is, has he got the speed? Has he got the speed to make the leapfrog in the pit lane work? Of course, the one banking on that the most is Zimovit Vera. Zimovit Vera, one of those early stoppers, and trying to refresh my time screen. There's no doubt about the leader. Still, Thomas Bernardowski in the lead there. Arno Turvin is listening second. Rico Harbosch in third. We can see that with Zdeněk Kuliš still running in fourth. It's a bit of a second, third, fourth battle, to be honest. And Kuliš is in. Kuliš is the first of those behind the leader to come in. And there's another one coming in as well. It's the. It looks like it's the 15. I will check. He is further down the order. The 15 would indeed be 15, where is he? Alan Matuszak. Alan Matuszak has come in, and he will be coming out not too far behind Kuliš. So we'll see if Alan Matuszak can actually use Kuliš as a propellant. You see the driver in front, you match them for speed and time. If he can do that on Kuliš, he may well find himself leapfrogging those around him when he pitted. Now, let's have a look. Will there be a pit stop? Yes, there is. It's Rico Harbosch, the defending champion, has come straight into the pits. They are 8 laps of 13, so this is not a particularly late pit stop. It's kind of at the end of the middle of the race there that Rico Harbosch has come in. Now, will he be able to leapfrog? It seemed like an awful long time for him. Will, when the thing updates itself, it's good, I can tell you that, it's good. He's come out, but he's come out behind Vera. He's come out behind Vera. So, and Vera's already waving at Rico Harbosch. I don't know why. He gave him the let's go for it signal, but really Harbosch was nowhere near him in terms of a challenging point of view. Normally a driver would wave that let's go together signal if he wanted that driver not to attack him. Of course, when drivers are attacking each other, that will slow them down. Vera is fully aware that his strategy has been to break out the lead group. Got another one in. That is number 10. Number 10 is Gabor Pataki. Gabor Pataki has come into the pits. Now, this was one that we thought was really down the order from a qualifying point of view. Can Gabor Pataki use this to propel himself, bounce himself, leapfrog himself over those other contenders and into a higher position? Maybe not in this case. He's come out right behind another competitor. Now let's take stock of this. 10 laps out of 13. Where is Bernardowski? Now Bernardowski is coming towards the pit entrance. Will he come in? Will the race leader Bernardowski come in? Not this time, but definitely second place does. Definitely second place. Arno Terven is now into the pits. The number 13 is into the pits, and behind him is the 8. And the 8 is, where is he? Alex Mrochko. Alex Mrochko, we haven't talked about him, and the 20 as well. Cart number 20 is in, and 20 is Pushka. Peter Pushka has come down pit road. Now the pit stops come thick and fast at the end. We are waiting for the race leader, Bernardowski. Now Bernardowski is all on his own. He's in the far section of the course. He's the only one left really of any of those leaders. There's originally a change of position. Oh, and into the barrier there, but he's able to continue. Just a little nudge there out the back. Will Bernardowski come in? He's heading towards the pit entrance. Is he going to come in? Is he? Is he? Yes, he is. The race leader is in. Now, where is Shimon Vera? Where is Shimovit Vera? There's another one coming in behind as well. But what about Vera? Has Vera done enough? Bernardowski's still in the pits. He's still in the pits. And here comes Vera. Will Bernardowski do it? Vera's on his way. Bernardowski has. Bernardowski's done enough. He keeps the lead. In fact, he keeps it by some margin. The change behind as well. Terven's lost a place to guess who? Of course it is Rico Harbosh. Rico Harbosh has come steaming through. There's only change of position out of the pits. Another one as that it looks like Jennifer Tompkins. So Jenny Tompkins comes out, but it is Bernardowski, the bigger lead than ever over Shimovit Vera. Shimovit Vera, they look like they're preparing the checker flag. It's going to be the last lap, and it's going to be Bernardowski, surely. Bernardowski's got the biggest lead we've seen that he's had all race. And yet everyone's made the pit stop. Vera with a challenge from Rico Harbosh. And Rico Harbosh still side by side, sideways indeed. But here comes Bernardowski. It's Tomek Bernardowski. He takes the win. And Harbosh side by side with Vera. Can't quite make it work. Terven and Harbosh tap on the hands there. Knowledge in a great form. More and more side by side finishes all the way down the order. But as they cross the line, going to refresh that timing screen, get an absolute final result on this. There's absolutely no question. Tomek Bernardowski took the win there as and a very, very impressive performance from the young man there. Shimovit Vera, another very young driver, he tried to leapfrog. He was a very early pit stopper. It was a gamble that could have paid off but didn't. Rico Harbosh, we felt he was out of position qualifying in that 5th place. As it happens, he put it through into 3rd. Arno Terven, a strong 4th place there. Shemek Kulesh, Tibor Gabor, 6th place. That's his best result so far. Igor Twarek, Alex Mrochko has come through as well with Luka Kauenberg. Luka Kauenberg is in 9th place. Gabor Pataki, 10th place. Well, a bit of a plus or minus there. We'll be back. Okay, so you're back with us at the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre here in Szczecin, Poland. It's the Polish Indoor Kart Championship of 2024. And we're in the final heat race of round 3. There are 5 rounds, and each driver drives 1 heat race in each round. 5 points scores to call on, and the best 4 count. In this one, we've got Seb Miller, Olivier Szykowski, Mariusz Tomaszek, Wojciech Stefaniuk, Pikc Budita, Nathan Janiek, Karol Zaluski, Spencer Schwanke, Frederick Navarro, Victor Moscow, Maxim Di Matteo, Maximilian Bergel, Natalia Modinska, Jordan Remmels, Emilia Rotko, Dylan De Wolf, Noah von Bauschen, Jimmy Gaspard and Thomas Maziar. So the checker flag is out, the times are coming in. One of the first to set time was indeed Seb Miller. Now Seb Miller is very new on the international scene by comparison to a lot of these drivers, but he's gaining with experience. He's doing a whole bunch of these international championships, and this is some of the toughest competition you'll find. And every one of them filled with international aces, including increasingly the likes of Seb Miller, Chris Ball, and the others. Seb Miller, of course, one of the Bradley Shepherd Racing drivers. Bradley Shepherd Racing, a gigantic team specialising really in outdoor racing. Bradley Shepherd has taken over the helm of that, set up, I believe, mostly by his granddad in Bradley Shepherd's name. With the relatively recent passing of granddad a couple of years ago, Bradley Shepherd took the helm and now controls the whole outfit. He'll be delighted with the performance of some of his drivers. Now we're going to get an update on exactly these positions. I'm refreshing the timing screen as I have it, waiting for that to come in, and I will give you the final qualifying. They're going to line up in line astern, and it is, well, it's again Nathan Janiek who shows best up at the top there. It's Dylan De Wolf. Dylan De Wolf, a potential winner. Where is he? Maxime Di Matteo is up there. Noah von Bauschen is right up into 4th place. Max Burschel, a strong Polish driver. We can expect results from him. And where is he? Olivier, we know he's going to do well. Olivier Szykowski is next. Frederick Navarro, the young Filipino, he is incredibly up there into 7th place. Pikc Budita, Thomas, where is Thomas and all of this? Thomas Maziar has come through, followed by Karol Zaluski, Wojciech Stefaniuk. Well, he's a little bit further down, I have to say. I was expecting more from him. Maybe an early pit stop, but keep an eye on him. Victor Moscow. Natalia Modzinska, she is more like about 13th or so. Seb Miller, I believe, is about 14th. I have no numbers on this. I'm literally trying to count down. Jimmy Gaspard is behind him, and then, of course, let's have a look. Mariusz is next. Mariusz Tomaszek is way down. Emilia Rodka, we've seen her a lot higher than that. Jordan Remmels will feel he's a bit further down, and Spencer Schwanke, he will not be happy about that at all, and he will be looking to make up places, possibly another one for an early pit stop. We'll see. They're starting their warm-up half lap now. Leading the way, it's Nathan Janiek. He's done the first of 2 hard parts. Hard part number 1 is qualifying in 1st place. Hard part number 2 is winning the race. So he's completed the first hard bit, and now he's going to try for the second. So can he convert this pole position? They do score a point for starting on pole, so it's worth something in terms of points for the championship as it is. They're getting the green flag. The green flag's out, and Janiek continues his lead, but up the the right-hand side, Dylan De Wolf. Dylan De Wolf getting pretty racy already as they enter the outdoor section now. We're going to wait for them to come around, and Maxime Di Matteo is their 3rd. Di Matteo still is 3rd, and De Wolf is behind Janiek. So Janiek continues in that lead as they've re-entered the stadium section, the indoor part, and they start on this new section with 2 hairpins. We're expecting some action there more. There has been action, but the action continues to be on the old sections, especially between these two final hairpins. Someone's getting a warning. Someone's acknowledged it. They're waving. There's a question mark. Someone's had to give back places. Someone made a huge lunge. We've got pit stops already. The person who had to give back places was indeed Jordan Remmels. And he didn't look like he's too happy with that. As pit stop, the first pit stopper is in and still in. I'll see if I can identify the driver. They've just gone out of my view as they come out of the pits. I can tell you it is the number 14. That's Wojciech Stefaniuk. Now, Wojciech Stefaniuk, a very obvious pit stopper. I believe he may well be part of David Cart's team. David Cart, who we've seen in action earlier on. In fact, we've seen in action over many years. But David Cart has a team now, and I believe Stefaniuk is part of that. I'm sure if I'm wrong, I will be corrected. But Stefaniuk definitely out of position, lower down the order. And another one in the pits. Look like out of third place. Who have we got? It's the number 13. It is, of course, it's Noah Van Bounchan. And Noah Van Bounchan had qualified well up the order, but he obviously feels it's been held up. He's come straight into the pits there, Van Bounchan. He's got others behind him, I can't quite see the number there, but just scored by the cars. It's the 24, which is Jimmy Gaspard. Jimmy Gaspard has also come out the pit, in and out. And the 19 is Mariusz Tomaszek. So these guys, on any given day, could be up there in the front, but this is a little bit of a tough one, this. It may not have the out-and-out star names of Boutons, Harbosch and the like in there, but it is a very strong heat race, this. And talking of which, I'm just going to see where Sebastian Miller is. He's just running outside the top 10. Seb Miller is currently outside the top 10. That's nice. Oh, and a change of position there. Very, very robust punt there, or move. It looked like it was the 18, Natalia Morzynska. Natalia Morzynska is, we'll see what the officials have to say about that. It might be a little wave, but, well, it's karting, you know. You've got to be allowed to try to a degree. So we've had someone in the pits. It looked like it may well have been Olivia Trzaskowski, but he continues on his way regardless. So let's recap the front. It's Nathan Janiak still up in the front there. Still with Dylan de Wolf keeping him honest. Now, Dylan de Wolf is exactly the same distance he always was, but they are breaking away from third. Maxime Di Matteo has dropped back to number 17 there. And Max Burgill is also falling back by definition in fourth place. He's had a quick check over his shoulder there as they entered the outdoor section. So Burgill, could we expect greater from Burgill? Well, yes, we could. He's an established front runner. The question is if he feels he's been held up by Di Matteo or not. If not, he will be content to stay with him and just keep going. Save that ace car pit stop for later on, should he need it. However, if he does feel he's been held up, he'll probably be in sooner rather than later. Certainly, Nathan Janiak is going as fast as he possibly can. Dylan de Wolf is concerned to stay with him. They're passing the pit entrance. Yes, de Wolf stays behind. What's happening behind? Yeah, they're all holding station. No pit stops really amongst the front runners there. Seb Miller also continues on his way. Oh, and in the pits. We've got one in the pits. It is, of course, the 21 cart there. 21 is Jordan Remmels. Jordan Remmels, I'm not sure that's correct, but if it is, yes it is, it's Jordan Remmels. He's down there in the pit lane now. Jordan Remmels, we saw get a little bit of a warning from the officials. He had to give a place back, and that was right back the order there, but he's now in the pits anyway. He's rejoined. Obviously he's dead last, but the rate he's going, we can actually expect him probably to impact in certainly the midfield of this race, if not the front. So the leaders are coming towards the pit entry. Is anyone going to come in? Not of the first two, not of third and fourth, nor fifth, nor sixth, nor seventh. They're all staying out. Eighth, ninth. Yep, that's Seb Miller in ninth there. He stayed out in the pits. About 11th place there. 11th place is the number 10, and the number 10 cart is in fact, where is he? It's Emilia Rocco. Emilia Rocco has been scoring some really strong points in the Ladies' Championship. And she is the one who's pitted now in the mid part of the race. It's literally bang in the middle. Rocco now back into the race, I believe. So, no, or was it the 13? We'll It could well have been. No, we'll get this reset. So basically, we have the leaders. The two leaders are crossing the point where they could come in the pits. They're not taking it. Your third, fourth, fifth. Further back, they're still staying out there. Still staying out. No one in the pits. No one in the pits. Side by side across the line. Seb Miller. Seb Miller has moved up a spot, but he's lost it again. Seb Miller, and he's coming back. He's coming back, but he's been repassed. So Seb Miller, and again, he's moving to the side. It's really strong action there between Seb Miller and, is it Karol Zalewski? I think it could well be Zalewski. Is it Zalewski? I believe it is. So battling away down there. The leaders are coming out of the new section now. It's Nathan Janiak. There goes Nathan Janiak. He's got a cart and a bit length ahead of Dylan de Wolf. Dylan de Wolf in turn has quite a lead over Maxime Di Matteo. And Di Matteo has been, no, it's not Matteo in, it's the one behind him, which is the 8. The 8, that's Max Burgill. Max Burgill. Max Burgill has taken to the pit lane. Finally, we're expecting him in earlier. 22, though, is Miller. Seb Miller, the 22's come in as well. So Burgill's still in the pit lane. Is it good? Is it good? It's got to be 20 seconds or slower. It is good, and it looks like 20. Burgill rejoins, and Burgill is ahead of the 16, which is, where is he? Olivia Schikowski is behind Burgill, so Burgill's made it work, and Seb Miller's out the pit lane now as well. Miller a little bit down the order. We'll just get them across the line and we'll have some sensible idea on what the real positions are. Now those pit stops are cycled through. So we are on lap 8. We're at the end of the sort of opening half. The 17 is in. The 17, and there's another one behind it, which I'll Maxime Di Matteo. Maxime Di Matteo is in. And there's also the number 5. The number 5 is Spencer Schwanke. Oh, and a change down below. Cart coming out of the pits with Schwanke. And he's made it to a spot. He started dead last, of course. In fact, there is Schwanke. He's up ahead of a couple of them, that's for sure. As the leaders come around. Now, will we see an early stop from the end from point of view? Because I'm expecting literally on the last lap the leaders come in. The top 2 are not coming in. What about third place? What about third place? Yes, he is. It's third place. It's Frederic Navarro. Frederic Navarro, birthday boy Navarro, is in the pits. The Filipino driver. He's got a Portuguese name, but he's from the Philippines. And he lives in England. So, and now he's racing for the Polish Championship. So work that one out if you can. But he's certainly in the pits. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be good? Navarro makes a good pit stop. He pits out of third place there. As they all come through, we really need, we're deeper in the race now. We're looking really for the leaders to come in, the first 2, to give us a true reflection on what this actual result's going to be, because we have those behind coming in pretty darn fast. Navarro looks like he's actually resumed in about 5th place, which is going to be by far his best showing, not only in this race, but internationally generally. This is an outstanding performance by Frederic Navarro. In the pits, though, we've got the, is it the 18? It's Natalia. Where is she? Natalia Modzinska. Natalia Modzinska is in the pits. We're on the 11th lap now. We've just got a couple of laps to go. It's obviously a late pit stop for both first and second. They're probably going to come in together. There's about a cart and a bit length, about 2 cart distance between them. So second place, Dylan de Wolf won't be impacted in any way by the pit stop of the leader, Nathan Janiak, as they come round. Surely they're in this time. First is in, second is in. That's right, they come in together. Janiak. And they're closer coming in the pits than they were out on the track. And third place, is it Burgill? No, he's been in for sure, so it's the 9, is it? Yes, it is. Karol Zalewski. Karol Zalewski has come in. So 1, 2, 3 are in the pit lane. And the leader comes out still in the lead. Second comes out still in second. But what about third? Third's going to be lost. It is. It is a change of third. So Karol Zalewski has lost a lot of positions. He went in third and he's going to come out about 8th or worse. Obviously, that's bad from his point of view, but great from a lot of others. And we're surely going to be getting the checker flag this time around. And the leader, with a bigger lead than ever, it is Nathan Janiak. Nathan Janiak, is he getting the checker this time? I bet he is. I think the organisers are calling this the last lap. The checker flag is ready. Checker flag's going to be out. It's Nathan Janiak. A sterling performance, flag to flag. He put it on pole. That was the first hard part. The second hard part was winning the race, and here he is. It's Nathan Janiak takes the win with second place. Dylan DeWolf. Third place is the 8, and that is Max Burgel. Max Burgel has come through to finish in third place. Well, we knew he was going to get a strong result at some point this weekend, and here it is. Max Burgel into a fabulous third place there. Maxime Di Matteo, he's fourth. Frederick Navarro, absolutely outstanding fifth place. Frederick Navarro, what can we say about this young man? Unbelievably, he's literally turned 15. Yes, 15 today. It's his birthday. As I say, he's from a Filipino family. He's got a surname like Navarro. He lives in Great Britain, and now he's racing the Polish Championship. So, you know, wherever he claims to be from right now, it's a great birthday for him. So Frederick Navarro, what a result there. Fifth place for Navarro. He will take that all day long. It looks like Olivier Tchaikovsky was through in sixth place with Noel Von Bouchen. Now, Noel Von Bouchen ended up running pretty much near the front, and he's ended up in seventh place, but at least he's in the top half. So I think Von Bouchen will be pleased with his performances this weekend, including that one. We'll be back. Okay, and welcome back to the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre. And what a venue this is. Really got to be said, one of the greatest venues on the international scene for these national championships. Hosting, of course, this weekend, the Polish Indoor Kart Championship. And incredibly, these guys, they even have, you can rent a room here. There's even a swimming pool. So in between the races, a number of the drivers have been taking a dip. It's 32 degrees in the height of the day. It's still in the high 20s here. So even though the sun's gone down, the evening is very hot here in Poland. The pace is hot on the track and it's steaming. So those fortunate enough to have been taking a dip in the pool, which is probably not a bad idea. Unfortunately for commentators, we've got to keep going, so no chance to swim pool for us right now. We've got the first race in the 4th round, so all the drivers, they're taking part in 5 rounds of heat races, 1 race each in each heat, and their best their best 4 count towards their points total to get them into the semi-finals and then the final. Now, this is the opening race of round 4. We're going to do the whole of round 4 tonight, so 6 more races to go. We're really into the meat of the event now. Very often these international events, this Saturday evening, if you like, is the best part. Everybody's still in it, but everybody's got something to win or lose here. Some people are really looking at possibly being out of the tournament, even though there's another round to go tomorrow. They won't have scored enough to get through, but others are on the bubble, and they will seriously need points all the way. We're on the the reverse layout for this, as I say, the reverse layout, and the first ones are coming through. Let's have a look at the entry. We've got Karsten Sparholt, Peter Pushka, Eliana de Vos, Marcus Heiser, Uta de Bell, Timek Budita, Karol Niemczyk, Mateusz Bosch, Matt Bosch, yeah, Max Dabrowski, Ryan Muya, Frederick Navarro. What a result we've just seen from him. A 5th place for the birthday boy. 15 today, would you believe, in the Open. Mateusz Medaczewski, Grzegorz Kapla, Victor Sparholt. So the 2 Sparholt boys, for once, we're seeing up against each other, and both of them have had outstanding tournaments so far. So this could be a bit heavy duty between these 2. Daniel Overson, Jan Gajos, Jimmy Gaspard, Victor Bota, and Przemek Kulish rounding them out. Now, we have seen sterling performances from each of the aforementioned drivers. There's maybe 8 potential winners in that list. And when I say potential winners, 8 of the drivers already mentioned there have been, at least 8, have been in the top 3 at some point this weekend. So this is going to be a tough one. The checker flag is out. The qualifying laps are being completed. I'm going to refresh the timing at the end and give you an absolute result, because they're going to grid them up and then send them to like a dummy grid. It will be a single file start, 13 laps necessary as normal, with a pit stop of 20 seconds or slower. Matt Bosch there coming through, and we've seen him back in form this weekend as well. One of the most experienced drivers in the field is Matt Bosch. He has been Polish champion before, but that was some time ago. Now, we did see him in a podium position earlier on. So, in this race, we have Karol Niemczyk. Karol Niemczyk is on the pole position. Now, what's interesting with that is we saw Niemczyk take the pole earlier on and get bundled down to 4th place. Can he convert this pole position to a race win? If he does, he's going to have to keep ahead of Eliana de Vos, who's in 2nd place. Uta de Bell has come through somehow to 3rd. And then, of course, it's the Mateusz, but it's the other one, Medaczewski. Mateusz Medaczewski is in 4th. Dabrowski, Max Dabrowski is into 5th, with Bosch in 6th. Jimmy Gaspard up there in 7th place. Przemek Kulish is in 8th, with Kaplan 9th. Timek Budita is in 10th place there. Victor Vota. We've seen him right at the front, but now he's 11th. And Marcus Heiser, 12th. Victor Sparholt is in, 13th place, with Jan Gajos, 14th. Ryan Muya is in 15th, with Peter Pushka in that 16th place. 17th, Frederick Navarro. Now, he's some way down. Remember, he was Just 10 minutes ago, he finished 5th, but he's finding himself a bit lower down this one. So not quite able to work the same magic. Overson is after him, and Carsten Sparholt is in last place. So the two Sparholt boys, we've seen them win this weekend. If we're going to see him win in this race, it's going to be a massive effort from the back, particularly from Carsten's point of view, because he is dead last. Surely an opening lap pit stop for one of the Carsten boys. They will be absolutely distraught when they saw that cart after cart after cart was being sent to the dummy grid before them, and we will see what happens. So the Carsten family weekend taking a bit of a turn for the worse in this race, but we'll see what happens. It's coming up to the start now for Karel Němeček. Karel Němeček, he's going to make it a good one. De Vos is riding his tail, and Němeček has the lead. Now, Němeček's going to have to cover the inside because there's going to be some moves. He's got it covered. In fact, everyone's got it covered. There's somebody losing some places around the outside. Deep in the mid-pack, somebody's lost, in fact they've lost 2 or 3. In fact, they're getting bundled down the order, they're getting freight train. There's still more action. I will identify that driver as they come round, is going into the sort of darker area of the course here, but somebody has found themselves about mid-pack to 4th up from last, 5th up from last, so somebody is a massive net loser there. I'm going to take a punt at who it might be. I think it could be Victor Vota, and if it is Victor Vota, yeah, he just got shuffled down the order and utterly freight trained. He's probably going to be in this lap if it is. So, are we going to see early pit stops? Not yet. Yes, we've got one in. Surely we've got others. Yes, another one. We got there Vota. Vota is coming straight into the pits. No surprise at all. And we've got drivers in the pit lane, 3 of them. Vota, I can tell you, is at the back. He's definitely come in because, well, he kind of has to, really. He knows he's got pace, and he won't have pace if he's sort of elbow back down the order. He'll also use that to refresh. He's kind of helped that he's got reasonably quick drivers in front. I'm trying to make some IDs here. We had one coming out from about 5th or 6th place. It could well be Dabrowski, but I will definitely get heads up on that. We've still got, though, Karel Němeček in the lead. There he is, and De Vos is behind him, with, of course, Uta de Bell behind him. Mateusz Madajewski is following in 4th place, and in the pits. So down the back end there, let's have a look. We've got our pit visitors coming round. We'll see who definitely came in. We've got more carts in the pits. We've had about 5 or 6 in the pits already. Now, the ones I want to double check on are the 5, the 17, and Vota. We know Vota. The 5 and the 17. Well, Timo Bodita is in the 17, and the 5 is indeed Jabrowski. So Bodita and Jabrowski were also those pit stoppers. Jabrowski came out from something like about 5th or 6th place, and so he is clearly trying to make a run to the front through that clear air offered to him. But Němeček still holds him up in the lead there. De Vos is not in. No one's in from the top 4 or the 6. The leaders are all barreling through. No one's making any move pitwise. Yes, they are. That looked like the 18. It could well have been the 18. Let's have a check, see who we're dealing with there. The 18 is in fact Navarro, Frederick Navarro. So birthday boy comes sailing down pit road there. Obviously, I'll get confirmation it was Navarro when they're next through. So Němeček still leads from De Vos, from Uta de Bell, as they head to the outdoor section. The outdoor section really looking dark now. It's very much a dark area out there. They come back into the light. It's Němeček with the lead. De Vos in second, de Bell following. Any pit visitors? No is the answer. Still no. No one in. They continue in that line astern. That timing screen is still giving you what it is. Gaspard there in 6th place, yeah. Barsh in 5th. Then it's the 5 and the 21. And yeah, the 18 is Navarro. Navarro is the 18th. He's bringing up the rear now. He has been in the pits. Remember, he qualified way down. We've just seen him come 5th. He's going to be a little bit shocked, I think, having that burst of impetus there from his 5th place. But such is racing at this level. You can be up there 1 minute and down the next. This is a very strong international field, and to tackle them, you've got to be very good in the pits, though. In the pits, you've got our 5th place driver. Could well be Gaspard. We'll double check when they come back around. I believe it's Gaspard, but we'll double check on that. No doubts about the leader, though. It's Karel Němeček. Karel Němeček still continues to lead. DeVos is second, but they pulled away ever so slightly. There's a little bit of a breakaway going on there, as much as maybe 2 or 3 car lengths can be given from Utar de Bell. And then that slight gap, Barsh seems to be just pulling back there in that 4th place. There's a bigger gap to Dabrowski and Matus Madajewski, is it? Matus Madajewski? No, it's the... Yes, probably is Madajewski. We've got the timing broken up a little bit by the recent pit stops. Němeček, DeVos, the top 3 stay out. So does 4th. So 5th, but in is the 6th place driver. We're seeing someone come down the order now. We'll reset the timing because we have had, I think it's Utar de Bell has been in the pits as well. Got change going on. We're looking at Barsh holding 3rd, but that's not what I'm seeing out there. Timing is constantly changing. And Madajewski actually is 3rd. Yes, that's right. Madajewski is running 3rd now. So the timing is reset. Madajewski is 3rd. So Němeček leads from DeVos, Madajewski and Matt Barsh. Kapela following that, Victor Vota. Victor Vota has come through from way down the order. Is that right? Vota in the 8th? Well, we'll see. But Vota somehow has come absolutely steaming through, if that's right. Because I'm sure Vota made a pit stop. We're getting some change in positions, though. The live timing is resetting. There's no doubt about it. Němeček in the lead. Now, he surely is going to be followed down the pit lane by Eleanor DeVos. DeVos clearly has some faith in Němeček's speed, or he'd have probably been in the pits already. We are, how many laps in are we? 7 laps in of the 13, so we're just over that halfway point. Madajewski is, of course, in the 3rd place there from Matt Barsh in 4th. Yes, I can confirm that looking out from here on the track. So, any other pit stoppers? No. And it's Kapela 5th. And Victor Sparholt. Victor Sparholt has ended up in 6th place in the 16 kart. Yeah, Vota is some way down the order still. He's actually in 13th. The timing was showing him was a bit more up the order. And, of course, he had pitted. So, we've got the early pit stoppers run through now past me in the commentary box here. And has Navarro made up some places? Yes, he has. Navarro has made up some places. There are karts further back from him now that others have made pit stops. We're looking really for a pit stop from the top 4. Who's it going to be first? They're probably playing a little bit of a long game because there are gaps except for 1st and 2nd. And that 1st and 2nd with DeVos. DeVos does seem pretty content at the moment. He's probably going to play a long game. He's got no clear sign that he's going to come in the pits. None of the top 4, 5, 6, no, they're all staying out. The 7th place driver, the number 10, also stays out as well. That is Peter Pikc. So Peter Pikc stays out, and the one behind him as well, Carsten Sparshot, did not come in. So remember the Sparshot boys, they had a real struggle in qualifying, so it's going to be very interesting to see where this comes out. Sparshot, Carsten currently lists 8th. The other Sparshot, where is he? Victor is in 6th on the timing. Needless to say, they've not made a pit stop. It's about when they make the pit stop, where they come out. There's a huge group that they're going to be part of, and goodness knows where that will actually be when these stops cycle through. We're on lap 9 now. Going to go click over to lap 10. So we're getting near the end of this race now. No change at the front and no pit stops from at least the top 6. As that's down to Victor Sparholt. In fact, you know, they're followed by Pikc, Carsten Sparholt and the rest. Great big line of pit stoppers coming behind there. There are gaps there, but some of those at the tail of the lead group. So we're talking the Kapela, Victor Sparshot era. area may find themselves in or behind this gaggle. So they might be top 5 now, but they could be a lot further down when these pit stops cycle through. They're going to cycle through right at the end, though, because certainly I can tell you now, none of the top 4 have been in. I don't think Capel has been in either. Someone waved. Is it going to be the 3rd place? Madajewski. No, it's the leader, and Madajewski from 3rd. Madajewski was coming in the pits all along, but Nemček from the lead has dived to the pit lane. Madajewski's followed him in. There's probably going to be enough for gap. They are stacked nose to tail, but there's enough in that 20-second requirement that Madajewski is probably not going to be affected. Are we going to see pit stops further back? It's still just that 1st and 3rd come in. Where do they cycle out? And Nemček keeps the lead. But Madajewski has lost a place. Madajewski has lost a place to, I believe it could be Uta de Bell, but surely not. We'll see what happens when they come around. We obviously have some other front runners. Elliot de Vos has yet to pit. I reckon he might be in this time. He's got the lead. Here comes Elliot de Vos. Is he going to go down to pit lane? What about Matt Barsh? De Vos is in. Is Barsh in? Yes, he is in as well. So what was the next 2nd and 4th are coming in? And what is going to happen? Because where is Nemček? Where is Nemček? There's only a couple of laps to go. And De Vos and Barsh are sitting ducks in that pit lane. Here comes Nemček. And the number 2, which incredibly is Uta de Bell. Have they come out in time? Is there a change? No! Nemček has taken the lead. There is no change. De Vos is in 2nd place. De Bell is in 3rd. And what about Matt Barsh? Matt Barsh, I think, has lost a place to 5th. And that will be to the benefit, probably, of Madajewski. Madajewski should be the net gain. Have we got the checker flag? Yeah, the checker flag's ready, so this is going to be the result. When they come back into view, they've gone out of my view. I have no idea quite how this is going to pan out, but my assumption is going to be Nemček. But there's going to be a warning. There's going to be a warning for somebody. Is it the leader? No, it's not. It's a bit further back. It's way further back, but it's down the inside. The number 2. That is Uta de Bell. Is he going to be given it? That was a very robust pass. Elliot de Vos is not going to be happy with that one. There's position changes. We are absolutely going to have to go to the timing screen to see what happens here. I will refresh my timing once the last place carts come through, because we got a warning flag for somebody. We got a huge robust pass on that last corner. The officials are going to be looking at a whole bunch of things as we finish this race here. The only thing that's not in doubt is a fantastic victory for the flying Karel Nemček. He put it on pole. It looked very dodgy as he was coming out the pit lane, because Uta de Bell, Elliot de Vos had an enormous run on him. De Vos in turn was kind of robustly passed on that final turn by Uta de Bell. He had to do something, but will the organisers take a dim view of that? Obviously, you know, when they give a you must give the place back flag, it's kind of hard to give a place back when you've already crossed the line. So we'll see how this does in fact get altered. I'll keep an eye on the podium presentation for this race, and I'm sure we'll be back for more later. I will update you on what that final result actually is when the next heat race gets underway for its qualifying. So, sounds like we're staying here now at the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre. Okay, we are, I can tell you now that the result of that last race, the secure one at the moment, is Nemček. Nemček, massive celebrations up here, giant hug. As Nemček does come through, he's celebrating his victory right there. Uta de Bell is going to be on the podium somewhere. Kazmierczak does celebrate with Nemček. A cracking result there. Nemček getting hugs off about the entire planet up here. Pluto as well. So Nemček there, he's definitely the winner. We're going to see what happens for second and third. And I'm just waiting to see who gets given what. It's the only thing I can go by. We are getting ready with the following heat race, which is round 4, heat race 2. We've got some big hits in that. I will run through that once we actually know a result. The only thing I can tell you is up here right now, ready for the presentation of the medal of this heat race, is Karol Niemczek. Everybody else is probably in something of a discussion down in the pit lane still. So somebody's going to get second place. Uta de Bell has come up here, but whether that's for second or third, we're not entirely sure yet. Brilliant. So Uta de Bell has just confirmed to me he has got second place, so we can confirm Uta de Bell in second place. So it was a result there for Karol Niemczek. Uta de Bell second. Eliana de Vos is looking very, very unhappy now with third place for Eliana de Vos. He obviously feels that was a little bit of a robust one. So de Vos, he'd done what he could to get second, wasn't really counting on a jump like that at the end. But I can confirm we have Niemczek. Delighted victory there as for the opening race of round 4 for Karol Niemczek. I will confirm that Eliana de Vos was pushed down to third place by Uta de Bell. So de Vos into 30. I can tell you now, though, he's not too keen on that. And so surely we'll see fireworks from him in the morning. Meantime, the next race is underway. Well, the race isn't underway, but the qualifying has now been concluded. It's Gabriel Kinter, Max Opdenkamp. Opdenkamp, we think, is leading the points so far in general. Aurelian Milland, Thomas Bernadowski, Orion de Vries, Ian Anderson, Konrad Bielek, Nathan Yannick, Malgosia Wisniewska, Morris Hack, Spencer Schwanker, Mikael Morse, Max Bergiel, Anders Gal, Noah van Bounchan, Ian Lepelaar, Kostek Solivesh, Victor Poire and David Carter in this race. Now, there's race winners galore down here in this next heat race. We've got championship leader Max Opdenkamp, but he's obviously going to be up against the likes of Thomas Bernadowski. He's up also against Bergiel as well, Max Bergiel and David Carter. There's quite an open race here. Gabriel Kinter we saw scoring well earlier on. Orion van Vries has been outstanding all weekend. So is Ian Anderson. So this is going to be a little bit of a tough one. How's the qualifying worked out? Going to get the timing reset, and I will give you the grid order. I can see they're coming round now to start that lineup. I can't believe this, but I think I've got Gabriel Kinter on pole. I mean, that would be a wonderful thing. No, they're getting the green flag. They are now starting the qualifying. So, yeah, the qualifying is now underway. They were just simply moving onto the track when I saw, having been fully occupied, of course, with that controversy over the previous race in which Eliana de Vos found himself moved from second to third by a last corner lunge by Uta de Bell. Now, the qualifying is underway for this race. The green flag is out. Gabriel Kinter, I believe, is heading the entry, but he's not the first car out there. The first car out there was, in fact, Victor Poire. So, they're on that lap now. They're bringing out the checker. We're going to see the conclusion of those laps. I think it's going to be Poire who throws the first lap in there. Yes, it is. Now, we know he's going to be fast, so expect him to sit on that pole. Yeah, there he is. That's and Janiak looks like he's second. Janiak in this race, that's another potential winner right there. Tomek Bernadowski's gone to third. Ian Lepelaar has been pushed back down. Orion van Vries to second, but it's still Poire. Poire. Anders Gal's in the middle there. And Noah's gone through. Van Bouchan. Ian Anderson's completed his lap. Max Opdenkamp in 8th. Oh my. So the final result here, and Kinter goes through to, well, he's in 5th now. David Cart is in 14th. So I can confirm it's Victor Poire who is in 1st place. Orion van Vries second, and Nathan Janiak in 3rd. I'm just going to update my own timing screen, but yeah, absolutely. It's Victor Poira, Janiak into second place. I'm wondering exactly what happened there with Max Opdenkamp, because with Conrad Bielak into fourth, Tomek Bernadowski's been pushed down to fifth, and that's an outstanding one. Let's see, that timing is still updating, so I'm just waiting for a final result. Yeah, Orion van Wees is showing a second. I'm just still getting checker flags coming up. That is still updating. Victor Poira, though, there's no doubt that he's sat there in first place. He's going to take that single file start now. Orion van Wees has been listed into second place with Nathan Janiak third. Conrad Bielak, that's very good for him in fourth, because he's ahead of Tomek Bernadowski, Andres Gal in Lepela, and then championship leader Max Opdenkamp. Kostek, where is he? Kostek Solove is in about 10th place. The numbers are disappeared, and then it's Nova Baunchang and Max Bergil. Yes, it is Max Bergil, way down the order. That's on the top 10, as he is then followed in turn by Aurelien Milland. Ian Anderson follows that, David Kart, Gabriel Kinter, and Malgosia Wisniewska, and Spencer Schwanker. Morris, where is Morris? Well, Morris Hack, he's one up from last, and that does leave on the tail there is going to be Michael Moroz. So, round they come. It's Victor Poira. Victor Poira will see this as his chance. Orion van Wees will see it as his chance too, because Max Opdenkamp is way down the order in the start line. So, further down than ever before this weekend is Bernadowski too. So, as the leaders go into that new section, of course, it's the reverse layout for this fourth round. It is Poira with that lead. Still Van Wees in second. Now, Poira and Van Wees seem to have opened up a couple of kart lengths from Janiak, who in turn has opened up a couple of kart lengths from Conrad Bielak. Conrad Bielak qualifying very, very well with Tomek Bernadowski behind him. So Bernadowski surely is going to be on the attack straight away, but Bernadowski's a little bit of a gap behind Bielak. Now, will anyone come in on the opening lap? Yes, there is. In straight away. Straight away, it looks like the number 4, which is Andres Gal. Gal has come in, and there's another one following him, which could well be Max Opdenkamp. But I'll wait for that to be confirmed, because Opdenkamp was really way down the order. Surely he feels he will be being held up regardless when he's that far down. And that's saying something with this amazing international field that's been put together for this Polish Indoor Kart Championship. Now, Victor Poira, he's going to see this as a great opportunity to score a lot of points as Poira continues on into the outdoor section. It's very dark out there now. It's floodlit, but it's going to be a heck of a lot darker than when the sun was out. Still very hot. We're still in the high 20s of degrees, and here comes Poira. Poira to complete another lap. Anyone behind him coming in? Not really. None of the absolute front runners. Nope. No one in at all. They all carry on. Oh, there is somebody in, but that was a little bit further down the order. Let's take a look at who has been in so far, and those would include the number 4, Andres Gal, and the one behind him, which I reckon 18 of course is Ian Anderson. So Ian Anderson actually made that very early pit stop. He was of course a bit way down from where he thought he was going to be. Obviously we've got another kart joining them. I'll identify that one when they come through. It's still Poira, Victor Poira, still with that lead over Orion van Wees. Still none of the leaders in. They're still staying out. All the top runners are staying out. No one in at all. Maybe one. No. He was way over into the pit entrance there, but actually continued on the race track itself. He crossed the blend line, but by a long way, but did not actually enter the pit lane. And so coming through, there comes Andres Gal. There's 2 more with him. The 20, which is Max Bergil. Max Bergil made a pit stop. and so did the 13, which is Aurélien Milliand had come in, but the big pit stopper there really was potential front runner Max Bergil. So Bergil clearly considering himself to be out of position and has made a pit stop to cover that. So Victor Poirot continues round with first. Still no more. Yes, we got one coming in. 17 in Lepellard. Lepellard is coming in the pits there. It's going to have to be good. Lepellard, another one who probably feels he could have been higher. Lepellard is in the pits now. He's on about 14, 15 and so on seconds. He's coming out. Is it going to be good? Yes, it is. In fact, it's really good. But he's been passed. He's been passed. He's been passed by the number 4, which of course is Andres Gal. So Andres Gal has managed to leapfrog in Lepellard. Lepellard's trying to come back at him on the far side of the course. But Andres Gal has made good on that pit stop, and actually Andres Gal is somewhere ahead of Max Bergil in the others. So this could be someone who is actually up the order when we find these pit stops cycle through. Have we got anyone else coming in the pits? Not yet, not yet. We've still got no pit stoppers. They're all carrying on. What about the 12? No, he stays out. Look like the 12 there, which of course is Maurice Hack. He looked like he was going to head down pit road, but he stayed out, and that sort of keeps him in that low front order there. Victor Poirot though. Victor Poirot is in the lead still from Orion Van Baas. Orion Van Baas coming through in that second place. They're going to come back out from the outdoor section into the indoor part here, into the arena. Orion Van Baas all over the back now of Victor Poirot. Neither of them into the pits though. No one else. The front runners, they're all into the pits though. We've got one. Is it the 15? I think it could be. I believe that may well be Kostek Solivay. So Costa Solivay has come running down pit road there. And where's he come out? Is it going to be in front of Gal? It's not. It's not in front of Gal. But it is in front of Lepellard. So it looks like Andres Gal has gained another place in that pit stop round. He came out in between Gal and Lepellard. So yeah, Andres Gal has going to be very pleased he made another spot. However, what's happening with Poirot? Poirot is continuing to lead on the third place. Third place, Janiak. Janiak has come into the pit lane. Nathan Janiak, we saw him win earlier. Is he going to be a win this time? Possibly not, but this pit stop could have something to do with it. He's going to have to be quick if he's going to leapfrog the ones in front. He's going to have to make an early getaway, but not be faster than 20 seconds. He cannot afford to be, he needs to be moving now. He's on 20. Oh yes, it's a quick one. It looked like a quick one from the 21. Got it confirmed, it was 21.5. Well, he's kind of thrown down the gauntlet a bit there. Van Baas in second and Poirot in first are going to have to be fast on their stops if they're not going to lose a place now to Janiak. So Nathan Janiak out of third place. What about the two leaders? They're coming towards the pit entrance. If they're going to pit, could be this time. Neither of them pit. What about the new third place? No, no, no. So third, fourth, fifth, they stay out. 6, 7, 8, yeah, they're all staying out now. So it's all about Poirot. They're on lap 8 now. Victor Poirot is in the lead from Orion Van Baas. Those two absolutely no style first and second. There's a bigger gap now to Conrad Bilak. Conrad Bilak is in third place, but he's got a little bit of a gap. Maybe we'll see him in next just to get that pit stop out of the way. Where will he end up in the lineup? We have no idea, because he could come out into that growing Gal and the rest group. So Andres Gal's been pretty racy in this, and those two leaders are coming back towards the pit entrance. Are any going to dive in? Not this time. What about the third place? Is he in? Yes, he is. Into the pits. That looks like it's going to be Bilak. It is. It's Conrad Bilak. Now, where's Conrad Bilak? He's lost a bunch of places already. I think Gal and the rest have gone through. And he's certainly lost to Bernadowski. So Bilak, it seems like it's taking forever, doesn't it? He's lost to Janiak. as the field cycle through. Now, we're looking back towards the leaders there. We have got 9 of the 13 laps down, so we'll see what happens. The leaders, I'm waiting to appear from the outdoor section. Where are they? Where are they? Is it still the same? Yes, it is. It's Poirot. Poirot from Orion Van Baes. Orion Van Baes, that is. Orion Van Baes. And 14 and 8, 14 and 8. Of course, is Max Opdam-Camp. Max Opdam-Camp is, well, we knew he qualified way out of position, someone in the pits, but I cannot identify that driver. They're just way too far out of view there. I could make a guess, but there's no point in doing that. Let's have a look now. We're waiting for the leaders. That's really what it's all about now, because we've had that many karts into the pits. It's what's going to happen up front. Will those behind have done enough? Will Nathan Janiak have done enough? That'll be one of the major questions. What about Bernardowski? Will Bernardowski have done enough in this race? He was further down the order than we've seen so far. 10 laps in. Will we see a pit stop from those others? We are seeing Max Opdam-Camp listed as third. Yes, he is. I can see that. He's definitely third. 2 leaders. Poirot. Poirot has been passed, and he's headed for the pit lane. So, no, sorry, it's Van Baes. Van Baes is in the pits. And there's a pit stop further back, and another one as well. We'll just look and see what's happening there, because it looks as though it's Van Baes who continues in the lead. Poirot has come into the pits. And then further back, would that be David Cart, who has now actually assumed a second place. So David Cart, possibly, we'll see what happens when they come back indoors. It's getting a little bit dark in there to see with the naked eye. We've got good lighting, but the numbers just aren't as visible from that sort of distance as they were in the pure daylight. One thing I can say is coming round and ready to take his pit stop is the number 7, Orion Van Baes, and he's in the pits. The race leader is in the pits now. The 14 is following him in, Max Opdam-Camp. Max Opdam-Camp is also in the pits. And what about the 24? Yeah, he's in. That's David Cart. The 9 is in as well, and that is Małgorzata Wisniewska is in the pits. Małgorzata Wisniewska, and they're all in, and they're going to be leapfrogged, are they? Coming out in the lead, it is Orion Van Baes. Orion Van Baes has managed to leapfrog Poirot, and Max Opdam-Camp has come through to third. So Max Opdam-Camp has done an awful lot of work. He's actually in contact with the leaders. It's 1, 2, 3 as they come round the hairpin on the far side there. It is Orion Van Baes, though. Orion Van Baes who has taken that lead ahead of Victor Poirot, and Opdam-Camp, the points leader going to this race, is still going to score a huge amount of points. They're going into the outdoor section. I'm going to wait for them to reappear into the indoor. We're 12 laps in. Surely we got the check this time. We have. This is it for the race. A battle for the position. Poirot covers the inside. It's going to be Orion Van Baes, Poirot, Opdam-Camp only just third. It was side by side across the line, and then more side by side as they come across the line. It really is a close finish further down the order, but there's absolute no doubt in it. Orion Van Baes has done enough. He went into the pits from a nominal lead, but it was actually second place. When he came out, he'd leapfrogged the leader. So we will get a final result on that, but I believe it is Orion Van Baes from Victor Poirot, and then Max Opdam-Camp by my reckoning. But we will double check on that one. But what a result there by Orion Van Baes. So Van Baes, massive points for him. Max Opdam-Camp, he's qualified in about 5th place. So a great recovery job there by him. He still is a podium finisher for that race, and that obviously means an awful lot of points. And he actually, in the whole championship, also has an awful lot of points already. So an even more awful lot of points probably does cement his lead. But we'll see what happens once the round ends, and we will see the end of that round today. We'll probably have that updated points for you in the morning. So Van Baes is a definite winner there. I shall refresh the timing to find out a guaranteed result on that second and third, but I think we know what it was. No, it in fact was Nathan Janiek, not Max Opdenkamp, who came through into third place. So Orion van Vas won from Victor Poirot, and then Nathan Janiek has secured that third place. Conrad Bielak in fourth, and Max Opdenkamp fifth. Okay then, so we've got the next heat race coming up now. It is the third race of the fourth round. We're going to see all the heat races of the fourth round tonight here from the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre in Szczecin, Poland, where we are hosting the Polish Indoor Kart Championship. Now, just to confirm, the previous race was in fact third place for Nathan Janiek. Janiek has come through into third place. I believed it was actually Max Opdenkamp, but it's not. It's Janiek third. So just to confirm that, Van Vas, Pora and Janiek coming through into third place. Now, in this next race, the third race of the fourth round, we've got Seb Miller, we've got Adam Pikc, Teo De Vincenzo, Christian Capacci, Chris Ball, Juliek Jons. We've got Jens Blechschmidt, we've got Jasper Dirks, Nicholas van den Plas, Arno Turben, Thomas Vallas, Jakub Bahatrovic, Maxime De Matteo, Nico Marsengo, Olivia Dankovic, Emilia Rotko, Rico Harbosch, the reigning champion, Andrei Kramarevich and Igor Polak rounding them out. So the qualifying is underway. The green flag has been given and the karts are starting their all-important qualifying lap, the fastest of which will start in the front of the single file start, and they also get a point in the championship for qualifying in first place. It gives them obviously that crucial start there in front, but as we've seen, it's not a guarantee of victory, because Van Weiss in the previous race did not actually start in first, but he did come through to the win, and he took it very much near the end on that pit stop strategy. So the times are going to be coming in now. We're looking at Marsengo. Marsengo looks like he's going to open up the results with this, and Nico Marsengo will be the first one to set a time. He does obviously go first because he was first through, and Nico Marsengo is very fast. He might stay first for some while. Times are continuing to update. We've got, it looks like, Coolish. Sorry, Christian Kapatski, is that right? Yeah, Christian Kapatski has actually been listed in first place. We've still got karts coming through, but it could well be that it's, no, Kapatski, Jons has taken first place. Well, he's currently in first place now. We are waiting for an update on that timing screen, and it looks like it's Juliek Jons who has got an incredible pole position there. We haven't seen any kind of performance like this from him. Christian Kapacci in second place. Jakub Bahatrovic looks like he's going to be in third. And, you know, we've got some serious heavy hitters behind. I'm going to refresh that page because with the best will in the world, this is a staggering outcome considering we haven't got anywhere near mentioning Rico Harbosch yet. So, yeah. My timing screen is upgrading with checker flags, so I just want to wait to see. I've got all the checker flags. We got karts coming round the track to take up their position, but the timing screen is updating as we go. It's a little bit behind on the action. We are waiting for that to fully update bit by bit. I'm getting checker flags, but we're still looking at Jons. I want to confirm that before I say it. I mean, great, hats off if he's done it, but in fact, it looks like he has with a 50.1. Christian Pikc is in second place, another great result. Jakub Bahatrovic, amazing there. Arno Terven, Olivier Dankovic, is it? Yes, it is. Olivier Dankovic, Emilia Rodko, Rico Harbosch, way down in seventh. That really is a surprise. Nicholas van den Pla, we haven't mentioned Marsengo yet, remember? And yes, Marsengo comes further down the order there, Nico Marsengo, and then Seb Miller, and then Thomas Valles. Igor Polak then next, and Theo De Vincenzo way down the order. Chris Ball follows him, and Jens Blechschmidt down there. Adam Palek, Maxime De Vincenzo. Who do we find next? It, of course, is Camel. Camel is down there, yep. Camel, not quite on my list for the entries, but he's obviously in this. And Andris Kramarovsky. Now they're going to take the flag. It's Jones there, leading the way round. Julek Jones, an incredible showing there to not only take pole position but also lead the way. And Julek Johnson, Christian Pikc is following him. And will we see some early pit stoppers? We've got Jakub Bahatrovic in third place. So Bahatrovic in third, but there's no doubting the leader. It's Julek Jones. Julek Jones has the lead as they head out of the stadium area, the indoor part, and to the outdoor section. Will he still have that lead as they come back in? I'm waiting to see what happens. We haven't really had many changes of position. Jones made a really perfect start there, and that meant the field went through pretty much in that order. Now there's Jones. Now surely we are going to have some pit stops. Is it going to be Harbosch or people like that? What about Marsengo? We got some in. I'm going to identify them then. Far down the far end. Yes, three cars in. We'll identify them when we come around again. But there's no doubt about it. It's Jones still with the lead, and one of them might even be Pikc, who's come into the pits because a gap has extended itself, and that's definitely Jakub Bahatrovic in now second place. He was third. So I think Pikc's come into the pits, which is a pretty daring move this early, I think, from that second place. So we'll check on those as they come through. There were 4 carts, I confirm, had made pit stops on that opening lap. So 4 people thought they were way out of position. Oddly enough, none of them included Nikolai Marsengo by my count, but we will double check. So Jones is in the lead. Julek Jones, what a performance by him. It's definitely the 8th of Jakub Bahatrovic. Have we got more pit visitors? Yes, we have. As they come in, 2 more. We'll double check now. I want to see who came in on that first lap, because I've got a sneaking suspicion that Pikc was one of them. It was. Christian Pikc was definitely one. And the 20 and the 17. And the 20 and the 17, they are, where are they? Arno Terven. And the 17 is Igor Polak. Igor Polak came in too. So they continue on their way. It is Julek Jones. He's extending that lead over Jakub Bahatrovic. Arno Terven, we know, came in. It must be Dankovic behind. We've got more pit visitors. It looks like it's Marsengo. It looks like it was Marsengo coming in, the number 14. No, the number 14 would, in fact, yes, it would be Marsengo if he came in. I think Marsengo is in the pits. He's up at the front. I cannot see the number, but I'm pretty sure, looking at the helmet, that's Nico Marsengo, as he clearly was out of position. I'm surprised there wasn't an earlier pit stop, but he feels confident enough to now. He rejoins in position. He's just got to cover that off, but he's done just about enough to cover his position from what looked to me like Igor Polak. So we'll have a look at that when they come back around past this final corner. So Julek Jones in the lead. Bahatrovic in second. Dankovic, is that Dankovic in the pits, or is it Emilia Rodko? It looks like it is down the order. Someone's tumbling. I believe it could have been Dankovic. Letting the timing reset itself. Yeah, a good half of the field has now been in the pits as the leading group are listed as Julek Jones, Jakub Bahatrovic. It's still showing Olivier Dankovic in third place and Emilio Rocco in fourth. So Nicholas van der Pla, maybe he was the pit visitor, but we'll double check. So here's Jones, and there's Bahatrovic, and there the 22 is Dankovic. What about Rocco? Rocco, yeah, she's there. I think it's Rocco that did come in the pits there earlier on. Rocco may well be out of the front-running group and into the pits, so we'll see where she cycles back into the running. Now, the number 4 cart is, of course, Christian Capacci. He pits out to second place. He's leading the way of those who made the pit stops. There's a lot of carts now behind him. They're all quite evenly spaced. So this is going to connect in with the equally even spaced group that has not been in the pits. There may be some winners and losers in this, but there are even space slots. They will slot back into position. But it's going to be about Jones. Jones is the one who's the leader. Jones is the one that's Capacci pitted to get around. He stayed in lead. Bahatrovic is still second, albeit some way back. Jones continues to lead. Bahatrovic, none of the first 3 are in. What about Miller there? Miller, it looks like Miller coming through in that 4th place now. So Seb Miller is running in 4th place in this heat race of the Polish Indoor Kart Championship. He's getting better and better with every passing championship and better with every passing race. Okay, he's yet to make a pit stop. We'll see where it works out. But he's looking good there in that 4th place. If he can hang on to an upper finish position, a top 10 he would take. What about Chris Ball? He's a little bit further back. Another of the Bradley Shepherd Racing drivers to keep an eye out on. So Bradley Shepherd Racing running an awful lot of karting. They have drivers out. It's a huge team over in the United Kingdom, and they have sent a whole bunch of drivers out to all the international championships, including, in this race, Seb Miller and Chris Ball. So Bradley Shepherd himself is no doubt watching the performance of his drivers and will be cheered by this outstanding performance by Miller and Ball. They've stayed out, they've yet to pit. We're obviously showing them as slightly out of position as a result. We're really just waiting for all the pit stops cycle through, because with the gaps we've got, a lot of the positioning is by and large guesswork. Looks like Marsengo has gained another position in that cycling pit stops at the expense of the number 12, which is Van den Pla. Yeah, it's Van den Plas, and Nicholas Van den Plas has lost the spot to Nico Marsengo. Marsengo down the order in the qualifying, looking to do what he can to gain points by moving up through the order. He's another one who could be a finalist very easily in this race, in this whole event, in fact. He's another one who would have been listed as a possible finalist coming in. We've got someone else in the pits. We just want to see this lot cycle through now. Julek Jones is still holding this incredible lead. This was not expected, but Julek Jones is looking very, very believable there. He's keeping this gap, if not extending it, over Jakub Bahatrovic. Jakub Bahatrovic now has the full intention of the 3rd place driver, which I believe is Oliver Dankovic. And Oliver Dankovic is the 3rd place driver, looking now to tackle on track Bahatrovic. Jones continues, so does Bahatrovic, so does Dankovic. There is Seb Miller in 4th place. He carries on as well. And so does Chris Ball, a couple of places further back. The Bradley Shepherd driver's looking good. As Jones still leads. It's still Jones, and still nobody in the pits on this lap. We are on lap 9 of 13, so we're getting towards the end of the race. We're going to see a flurry at the end. A flurry at the end of those who've not taken the pit stops yet. That can cause change in its own right, because a whole bunch coming in means a whole bunch coming out, and they're going to fall into a line of carts that's going to already be out there, and this could get cagey at the end, because I have to say that near the midfield, the lower midfield of those who've been in the pits, they are very close indeed. So goodness knows where the later carts in this front-running pack, if you like, and I'm thinking in terms of the Bradley Shepherd drivers. Oh, we've got one in the pit. It's 3rd place. That must therefore be Dankovic. Oliver Dankovic must have been the pit visitor there. Are we seeing anyone else? I don't think we are. It's Dankovic in on his own, and Dankovic is looking to come out. Dankovic is looking to come out ahead of the number 4, which we're not seeing on the screen, so I will reset the timing. Christian Capacci Does he do it? No, he doesn't. Capacci's comfortably gone in front, and so in fact has the 20 of Arno Turvin. So Dankovic lost a few spaces there as he cycles out behind. And I'm looking closely there. I want to say it's... yeah, we'll double check on that. But we've got Schanz coming towards pits. He's in, the leader. Julek Schanz is coming in the pits there. Is he coming in alone? He is so far. It's only him. What about the BSR drivers? No, there's another one, but it ain't one of the BSR boys. It could well be one of the low. Is it Ballas? We'll have a double check. It may well be Thomas Ballas. So there's another one coming behind them, but I am going to refresh my timing screen because Schanz in the lead. And where does Schanz come out? I know there's a change of position there. Further back, we want a bit of a reset timing screen. We got 11 laps in. Are we going to get the checker? We got the last lap option. So the last lap for pit stoppers is this lap, and we know there's still some people who need to take that that pit stop. That includes the 8 into the pits, Jakub Bahachovic and Seb Miller and Chris Ball, and the number 10, which is Adam Pikc. So 4 carts in, and that concludes our pit stoppers. The number 4 listed in the lead. So it does look like Schanz has lost his lead. It looks like it could be Christian Capacci, which by rolling that dice with the early pit stop, he knew he was a bit quicker, and he was proved right by the way it cycled out. We're going to have the checker flag on this lap now, and we can see that it is Christian Capacci who's managed to overhaul Julek Schanz, but Julek Schanz has maintained second place. It's still an outstanding performance from Schanz, who's going to be in second place. Is it going to be Turwin third? Is it going to be Turwin third? We're going to have to wait and see the actual finish line for this, because people came in on the last lap, but it is definitely Christian Capacci who's going to win, the number 4 from Schanz. What an amazing performance. 20 to 20 driver Arno Turvin is third. So the 1, 2, 3 across the line is an incredible result there. Christian Capacci, Julek Schanz, Arno Turvin, someone tumbling down the order. Oh my goodness, that looks like Igor Polak has gone rocketing down the order. Not quite to last, because that's Kramarowski. Kramarowski has come in last, but Christian Capacci has won from Julek Capacci, Arno Turvin. Jakub Bahachovic has been listed in 4th place. Rico Harbosch, the worst result we've seen from him today. Oliver Dankovic, Sebastian Miller, Seb Miller in 7th place, Niko Masenko way down in 8th as far as he's concerned. Ballas will probably be quiet for that 9th. Nicholas van den Plas in 10th. Emilio Rotko 11th, Chris Ball 12th, Jens Blechschmidt in 13th, with Teo De Vincenzo way down on what we saw him earlier on in 14th. Following that, we have Maxime Di Matteo, Adam... now, where did Adam Pikc has come in 16th place, and that means that Camel, where did Camel come out in the middle of all of this? Because I cannot find a listing for Camel on our entry there, but he's come in 17th place. Igor Polak 18th, and yeah, it is in fact, he's not, yeah, there he is. Amar Kramarowski, Andrei Kramarowski into that final 19th place. So what a race there. Christian Capacci did what he needed to do. He pitted early, he got the laps in and came out the winner. What a result. Okay, so we've got the next heat race coming out. Szymon Veszkren is leading the entry on this one with Max Decker, Thomas Wilshire, Alex Mroshko, Jacob Equal, Ivan Shana, Julian Strilak, Szczepan Budlik, Michael Rizoniak, Igor Tvorek, Wojciech Smierczak, Wojciech Stefaniuk, Lennox Langnickel, Alex Demkiv, Jenny Tompkins, Jan Cox, Natalia Modzenska, Antoni Smolenski and Dylan de Wolf leading there. So fantastic result there. Schons there, he converted pole position. He ended up second, but he's absolutely delighted. A medal on the podium there, really well deserved on that one. Got it sort of outgunned on the pit stop by Kapashi, but he still was up there and still got a medal. So a great result for him to go out of this evening events now. So we've got 3 heat races remaining in round 4. This one is going to be a tough one again. Some chances here for some people to score points. The qualifying is about to get underway. We know that Szymon Veszkren is opening the entry list on that, but he may not necessarily be the first one out to qualify. The green flag is out, the carts have crossed the line, and they're on that qualifying now. So we are literally just waiting for them to run through. More BSR drivers out there from the UK. Looks like more of the Barsh team as well. Sorry, David Cart's team. So they look like they've got a couple of drivers out there too. So the drivers themselves actually racing it individually. Oh, we've got a red flag. We got a red flag. So clearly there's some kind of problem. So the qualifying has been stopped. The qualifying has been stopped and we will have a restart. So the qualifying has been halted up at the top end just before the exit to the outdoor section. Everyone's been brought back in line. We're going to have to run that again. It looks like maybe somebody is stopped on the course. So I can't quite identify who that is, but there is a kart stationary. And that kart stationary literally ain't going nowhere. So they're getting a push. But it's probably going to be to no avail. It looks like that is one dead engine. So the cart that was stopped, well, it's moving again. Looks like it could even be moving under its own steam. So I believe that is the 21, Igor Tvorek. So it looks like it may well have been Igor Tvorek. I can't quite make out the number here, but I'm pretty sure it says 21, which would mean it is Igor Tvorek, one of our leaders from earlier on. He hasn't actually converted that to a victory yet, but he's got pretty darn close. He's been in that podium position more than once today. Igor Tvorek seemed to be the cause of the red flag there, and it looks like he's going to be in the lineup for the rerun of qualifying. We will wait and see what the organisers are going to do. And we'll refresh the timer. But the timing won't mean anything because that qualifying is going to be rerun. So the carts are being set off again. They're heading from their position sort of late in the arena to the outdoor section. They're going out of view, back into the arena. First one round, of course, is the 15, that is Jens Blechschmidt. Jens Blechschmidt leads the way. No, sorry, my timer had not rearranged. Jens Blechschmidt was in the previous race. What are we talking about? We are looking at the 15 in this race. Just waiting for that timing to come back to this race. It got very confused there. It is, in fact, Antoni Smolinski who will be the one opening the time. They're still all getting the green flag, so everyone crossing the line now is starting the qualifying. Then the checkered flag will be brought out, and it will be Smolinski who will open the times. So we're getting that checkered flag now. They're crossing the line. Times are coming in. And it looks like so far quickest is Deckard. No, Szymon Vershgren has taken that. Thomas Wilshere is currently listed in second. Outstanding performance. If he can hold on to that, he still looks like he's still second. Thomas Wilshere, the checker flag is out, and well, the times are coming through. There is something of a delay on our times, so we'll see if that actually ends up being the final order. My timing screen is updating. I've got the possibility of Demkiv in first place. Yeah, it looks like Demkiv is moving forward in first. So from Vershgren, Vershgren is in second. I can see them. I can identify them by their helmets. As yeah, Demkiv is going to be the one in the pole position there. And third place is Ryzhonyek. Ryzhonyek is going to be third by the looks of that. And Igor Twarek would therefore be fourth. And then we have Dylan de Wolf. So Twarek looks like he's going to be placed fourth. Yeah, and Dylan de Wolf there. Dylan de Wolf. And behind him would be, where is he? Oh, Wojciech Stefaniuk. Now, Wojciech Stefaniuk does need some decent points in this. There goes Stefaniuk there. As Szczepan Pudlik after that. And then Anthony Smolensky, the first one out to qualify, comes in following him. Behind that is Wojciech Kazmierczak. Wojciech Kazmierczak follows him. Ivan Shana. Now, Ivan Shana, we're used to seeing him way up near the front. This has been a tough tournament for Ivan Shana. From Thomas Wilshere. Thomas Wilshere, yes, is actually further down the order. I have no numbers to names, but he's around about the 13th, 14th place there for Thomas Wilshere. Let's have a look. We've got Julian Schalak there following him. Jacob Equal follows that. Jenny Tompkins, she's actually a little bit further up the order than she has been, with Lennox Langnickel behind her. Natalia Morzinska follows him. And Max Deckert is down there, and rounding him out is Jan Cox. Now they're coming out from the outdoor section. They're about to head towards the start. They're on their warm-up half lap. They're being slowed down just to make a good clean start. We know Alex Demkiv can do this. Alex Demkiv can do this, but so can Szymon Vershgren. So they come round, and Demkiv takes that first place, takes the lead. They're given the green. The start is good. Into that first hairpin, into the second hairpin. It is still definitely Demkiv. Demkiv hanging in there. He's got Vershgren behind. And, of course, Ryzhonyek. Ryzhonyek is still in third. Ryzhonyek in third, so Demkiv leads him round. Igor Twarek follows him fourth. Yes, that's for certain there. As Demkiv, the field all knows to tell. None of the bumping and boring we've seen on some of the early races. This is about as clean a start as you'll see this weekend. As Demkiv comes around. Demkiv back in from the outdoor. Round the final hairpin now to lead into lap 2. Pit stops, none yet. No. Oh yeah, there is one. There is one. One just dived in. Have we got just one pit stop, or has someone else gone into? Yeah, they have. So we've got 2 into the pit stops, and we'll identify them. They go away from me when they come in, so I will actually identify them. I think one was from about the maybe around 5th or 6th, and the other one was much further back than that. But there's no question about it. The top 3 remain the same. It is Demkiv from Vershgren, and Ryzhonyek. Ryzhonyek is still in third. It looks like Twarek is remaining in fourth, so they come waiting for them to come back in from the outdoors. There they are. It's Demkiv. Demkiv with another lap in the lead. He's closely followed by Vershgren and Ryzhonyek. Anyone in the pits? We're still waiting. Yes, we've got one coming in. We've got two. And so 2 cars are in the pits. We'll identify them and come back around. Meantime, let's have a look at who was in the pits last time. So those early pit stoppers. It's the 21. That'll be Twerek. Twerek is in. Twerek was in and has now completed a lap, and he has leapfrogged another visitor, and the 9 who came in from much further down. That is in fact Jan Cox. Jan Cox came in from last and has resumed last now. So we've still got Demkiv in the lead. Demkiv is outside as we speak. That means Vershgren and Rinjoniek is still in third. So we've got a new 4th place. We know that much. So the 1, 2, 3 of those leaders stays. Oh, in second place comes in. It is, of course, Shimon Vershgren has rolled the dice. Shimon Vershgren, there's another one in from a bit further back, but it is Vershgren. Vershgren out of second place has come straight into the pits here. We're only on about the 3rd lap, but Vershgren is in already. So, can Rinjoniek close that gap into Demkiv, the leader? Because Vershgren will consider himself faster than the leader Demkiv at this point, and that is the reason he's come in the pits now. He just feels he's going to be quicker on his own. So the leaders are on the outdoor section now. I can't help you with that because I'm inside and they're outside, but we're going to see them as they come in. Is it Demkiv? What kind of a lead has he got? He's got that same gap that Vershgren was occupying. Are we going to see Rinjoniek coming in this time? No, we're not. Any other leaders? No, none at all. They're still all staying out. Shana stays out. What about the 2? No, they stay out as well. I think it's Jenny Tompkins. Was way over that line there, but stayed out on track. No pit stops on this lap. But of the pit stoppers, we got the 20, the 21, and the 16 are leading the way of the pit stoppers. And the 21, of course, is Twerek, and the 20 is Shimon Vershgren. So, well, Vershgren leads the way from Twerek. So Twerek has found himself overhauled slightly. I mean, Vershgren came in second place, so Twerek is probably quite happy because there was a cart when he came in the pits. There was a cart between him and Vershgren, and now there's not, and there's not even space for a cart. So Twerek is probably going to take heart from that. We just really do need this. There's more carts coming in. I believe that might even be Shana. No, it's not Shana, but it's a very similar helmet. And similar helmet, I would suggest. Yeah, we'll have a look when they come back around. All right then, so have we any more in? No, no one in yet. All the leaders carried on, but someone's come back out in amongst them. That cart, of course, it's the 10, and that, the 10 is, I believe it could be Kazmierczak. So Wojciech Kazmierczak, surely not. Anyway, let's recap on the front. We got Alex Demkiv. Michael Rinjoniek, he does not pit. No one out of the top 5 has pitted. Nor Shana, who's now listed 6th, nor, I believe it's Thomas Wilshire, who's in 7th. Thomas Wilshire is up into 7th place there. One of the Welshmen in this race. And the other one, Jacob Equal, is that little bit further back. We got him in about 8th. So actually it's 7th and 8th, but I'm sure there's someone in between them. Someone's come out of the pits in between them. That could well prove to be, where is he? Kazmierczak, but I will get that confirmed when they come around. So, timer is going to get updated out of the outdoor section, back into the stadium area. We're expecting Demkiv. There he is. That's right. It's Demkiv with that lead from Rinjoniek. Rinjoniek is coming through now. Will he pit? No, he doesn't. What about the 3rd place, the 18 of Wojciech Stefaniuk? Stefaniuk not coming in either. They're all still staying out. Oh yeah, we got one in. Again, we'll identify that person. We got the 21, the 20 from the 21 and the 16 there. And the 16, of course, is Dylan de Wolf. Dylan de Wolf has now joined that mix. The 21, as we know, is, the 20 leading the way on that group there is Shimon Vershgren, with behind him Igor Twerek, and then it's Dylan de Wolf, and then Wojciech Kazmierczak. So I was right that Kazmierczak did come in. Following Kazmierczak is, listed is Julian Schilak. Now, Demkiv carries on, and so does the 2nd place Rinjoniek. Still all the first 5 stay out there. So does Shana, so does Wilshire. Now, behind Wilshire are a couple of carts. So, and then, of course, we're seeing the other Welshman. So we'll get a bit of an eye on that. See, keep you Welsh folk updated on that one, because we do have Jacob Equal out there too. So Jacob Equal, of course, we've got listed in 8th, Thomas Wilshire in 7th, so they are actually nose to tail, according to the timing, with Jenny Tompkins, the Welsh lady, following behind in 9th. So according to the official timing, at the moment, it is Wales 7, 8 and 9, if you are watching from Cardiff and that area. So the leaders, they continue on, so to the 3rd place. And in the pits from 5th, that does look an awful lot like Anthony Smolenski. And I believe the other car from behind him could be Jacob Equal. We'll keep an eye out, but it may well be Jacob Equal who's coming to pits behind Smolinski. So Jacob Equal, a good showing this weekend, getting stronger by the race, Jacob Equal. Meantime, though, putting in those laps is Alex Demkiv up at the front. Now, he's got Michael Ryzhoniak behind him, and Ryzhoniak has actually filled that gap that was originally occupied by Vejgrin. So Vejgrin could find himself either in front or behind, so that could be 1st or 3rd for Vejgrin when these pit stops cycle through. We'll see whether that gain has been made. Shana doesn't look that far behind on paper, but it could well be a lot of positions. James Wilshire continues on, so does Jenny Tompkins, and well, let's get our refreshment made on that. Any pit stoppers this lap? Not yet. We've had a lot of people in the pits so far. We've got 10 laps in, so anyone now is making a late stop, including the top 2, headed, of course, by Alex Demlev. So here they come. They're in the outer section now. Demkiv has got to be considering a pit stop on this or the next lap. Is Demkiv and Ryzhoniak either of them in? Yes, they are. Ryzhoniak pits out of 2nd place. Now, this is crucial from a Vejgrin point of view. Well, will he come out? The golden helmeted Vejgrin, and another one in behind. Can't quite identify, but and the 3rd one in. Yeah, we've got a lot of pit stops here, but the race is going to be with Vejgrin heading towards the line in the number 20. There goes Vejgrin. Will he make it? Will he make it? He's got speed, but he has not got track position. Is he going up the inside? No, he's not. Vejgrin pitted from 2nd, and he's been pushed down the order. It is, in fact, Michael Ryzhoniak who has gone from 3rd to 2nd, possibly. It's all about Demkiv now. Alex Demkiv is going to be pitting out the lead in this or the next lap. Now, here he is. He's coming towards the pit entrance. Will he come in? Will he come in? Yes, he will. It's Demkiv in the pits, and so is the 18 following him. The 18 following him is Wojciech Stefaniuk. In fact, there's a whole line of carts, but it's all about Demkiv. Will Demkiv come out first? If he doesn't, he could be 5th. It's 2, 3, 4 across the line, and then Frank side by side. But Demkiv does it. Demkiv does it. In fact, someone else has made it, have they? No, there's a lot of pushing and shoving. It is Ryzhoniak who keeps it, and I think Vejgrin keeps his place, but there's a lot of change for the back. They're still side by side going around the new section, and they sorted themselves out, but we'll need to see what's going on as they cross the line. It's going to be the checker flag this time, but there's no doubt about it. Demkiv has pulled out the biggest lead he's had so far, as Demkiv is definitely the race winner here. Alex Demkiv, he could practically push the thing home with the lead he's got, but Ryzhoniak resumes his 2nd, and Vejgrin was getting pushed and shoved a little in that pit exit point. But it is Demkiv who takes the lead, so it's definitely Alex Demkiv takes the win, a whole 10 points. Here comes Ryzhoniak and Vejgrin following through, and we'll get confirmation on the others as the time cycles through. But what about that? A great run by Demkiv. It looks like Vejgrin was going to be doing enough. He pitted out of position there, out of that early 2nd place, because he wanted to take the win. He's found himself in 3rd, but we did see we did see, as the race was going through, that Rinchoniak actually was closing on Demkiv, and that is why he leapfrogged Vejgrin. He used the carrot that was Demkiv in front of him to pull himself forward, filled that gap, and that's how it worked out at the end. So, just to confirm, the race win for Alex Demkiv. Second place was indeed Michael Rinchoniak, and third place for Vejgrin, Shimon Vejgrin, and that was the top three there on the podium. And we'll just get a little confirmation on the others, because it was getting very, very cagey behind, a lot of side-by-side driving. It could be Szczepan Budlik, who came through ahead maybe of Ivan Zhana. Surely not, but we'll see what happens. Zhana is capable of it, but he wasn't running that well in that particular race. I'm getting my timing refreshed. Yes, in fact, it was Wojciech Stefaniuk in fourth, from Igor Twarek in fifth, Dylan de Wolf in sixth, and Szczepan Budlik in seventh. Okay then, so welcome back to the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre here in Szczecin, Poland for the Polish Indoor Kart Championship. Now things are really heating up. It's a hot night here in Szczecin, but we've got 2 heat races remaining of round 4, and that will conclude the evening's racing now, and the day's racing in fact. As on this entry list here we have Olivier Sikowski, We have Maxi Cisa, Niels Verkindere, Mateusz Pluta, Alice Noel, Gabor Pataki, Szymon Dolczyński, Thibaut Gabor, Patrick Gente, Mariusz Tomacek, Ruben Boutons, Filip Szczerszak, Kuba Denitsky, Bertil Parup, Ala Matusiak, Thomas Mazar, Patrick Wojciechowicz, Olivia Matusiak and David Wisniewski in position for this one. They're going to be starting their qualifying lap soon. They're just gathering them up. They're on the far side of the track. They are being grouped together and then sent out at individual gaps so that no one catches or drops back and therefore affects the lap of another driver. So they're just coming to a halt now. Organisers are happy. They're being sent on their way to start the qualifying lap. The qualifying lap will be a 1 lap around, and the best time will go to the front, and it will also be 1 point given to that driver, and they get the advantage of starting from the front. They then face a 13-lap race with which they have to make a pit stop. The pit stop has to be 20 seconds or slower. If they go faster, they get a penalty, and that will throw them down the order. So the green flag is out. Drivers are starting their first qualifying lap, their first and only qualifying lap. The leaders are now onto the new section. The track has been extended. It's slowed the lap time down because it's a bit longer now. And we're looking for results from various people here. Obviously, Ruben Boutons, double world champion and 4 times champion of Poland, is out there now. He's on his qualifying lap. But we've also got other heavy hitters out there, like David Wisniewski. He's capable of doing well here. Maxi Cisa could do well, and Mariusz Tomacek, Filip Szczerszak is another one, and maybe even Denitsky as well. So a lot of people could say something. As the checker is out, those lap times are coming in. I'm going to wait till my scorecard has fully refreshed itself. It looks like we've got, incredibly, Kuba Denitsky leading at the moment from Filip Szczerszak, but I can see that one changing. Going to wait really for the final results to come in. Ruben Boutons is currently looking like he's fastest from maybe Cisa. Maxi Cisa, Thibaut Gabor goes second. So Ruben Boutons has been listed as current leader. In fact, that session is now complete, and that means that Ruben Boutons is going to be starting from the front. There is absolutely no surprise there. He's going to mean to stay there with Thibaut Gabor actually occupying second place. Amazing result there from Maxi Cisa. Maxi Cisa is going to be third place with Kuba Denitsky. Kuba Denitsky will be fourth from Oliver Szczerszak. Oliver Szczerszak, sorry, not Philip, that's Filip Szczerszak. Oliver Szczerszak will be in the 5th place from Filip Szczerszak, and David Wisniewski, David Wisniewski will be there in the 7th because he's been passed. So, yeah, David Wisniewski is 7th, and yeah, and so on. So we have got Ruben Boutons in the lead position there, and let's have a look. We've got Szymon Dolczyński. Szymon Dolczyński is there in 8th with, behind him, it does look an awful lot like Patrick Gente. Yeah, so Patrick Gente is there with Thomas Mazar behind him. So there's some interesting qualifying going on there. Any shocks further down? Gabor Pataki is a little bit down, definitely. And Patrick Wojciechowicz perhaps a little bit lower down the order because he's last. But there's no question about it. Ruben Boutons is leading them round. They're on the outer section now. They're coming back in the arena where we'll be taking the start. So Ruben Boutons is starting from the first position from Thibaut Gabor. Thibaut Gabor in second. And here comes Ruben Boutons. He's pulling the pin, and Gabor and Cisa behind are making the running, as Ruben Boutons is going to look to make this a pole position and lights the flag victory if he can. Now, the question is, can Ruben Boutons pull enough of a lead to come out in the lead? We've seen him do this before, not this weekend, it has to be said, here in Poland, but I've definitely seen Ruben Boutons take the start of a race from first place and actually generate enough of a lead during that race to still come out in first place after a pit stop. So Ruben Boutons can very often do enough that he can make as slow a stop as he wants and still come out in the lead. Now, a little bit of push and shove behind, but a very clean start and very clean opening lap. It is, of course, Ruben Boutons from the incredible Tibor Gabor and the incredible Maxi Cisa. One in the pits, though. It looks like fifth place. Is that going to be not Szczerjak, but the one in front of him, which in fact was Sikowski? But a number of carts have come in. There are 4 carts in. Again, I'll do what I did before of identifying them when they come back around. There's still Ruben Boutons. The top 3 are unchanged. So still Ruben Boutons from Tibor Gabor and Maxi Cisa. So Ruben Boutons is now heading up a 3-cart slight breakaway as they're on the outdoor section now. And wait for them to come back indoors when I will pick them up. I'm expecting Ruben Boutons. There he is. It is indeed Ruben Boutons. 1, 2, 3. Boutons, Tibor Gabor, and then the 21 is the one that follows him, and that is Kubernitsky. So Kubernitsky is in 4th place now. So I will refresh my timing screen, and I think we will have had a change there. And who comes back around? Well, leading the way of the pit stoppers is the 19, and it is, of course, Olivier Sikowski. Olivier Sikowski, who was the very first pit visitor. He came in out of about that 4th place. So he's leading carts a little bit further. They're very evenly spaced behind, so a random move down the order from those. But the front runner there who came in was Sikowski, Olivier Sikowski. Now, Ruben Boutons back indoors. 1, 2, 3 with Gabor and Cisa behind. Now, we've got any pit visitors? Yes, we have. Out of second is Tibor Gabor. Tibor Gabor made a run from in the qualifying into second. Now he's made a run into the pit lane. And now, can he make a run out ahead? It's going to be tight. He needs to come out ahead of Sikowski. Now here comes Sikowski, and leaving the pit lane is Tibor Gabor. Surely he's done enough. Yes, he has by some margin. Now, when they came round the last time before anyone had pitted, he was, there was much less of a gap between Tibor Gabor and Olivier Sikowski than there is now. So Tibor Gabor has pitted. Now, when Gabor pitting this early, he is saying that I indeed, Tibor Gabor, am faster than Ruben Boutons. Now, Ruben Boutons will be aware, even at this stage, that the 2nd place is clear and the 4th place has come in. So that looks like, tumbling down the order is, let's see who we've got here. I think it might have been Kubernitsky, but I will get confirmation before I say, as those who pitted at the back are now coming around, passing in front of us here. There's Thomas Maziar coming through, and at the back there is the number 7, which is Pikc Wojciewicz. Pikc Wojciewicz. He has been in the pits and he continues in that final place. So Ruben Boutons comes through from the outdoor to the indoor, but now we've got that gap because Cisa, of course, is second. Will Cisa be coming in? No, he's not. What about 3rd place? No. We've still got no pit visitors out the top lot. Are we having anyone in? No one really with any major position at this stage is coming in the pits. They're continuing round. So we'll see. Of our pit stoppers, the 17 there. Tibor Gabor leads the way of the pit stoppers, and it has to be said that compared to the ones that he's chasing, who have not been in the pits yet, he is actually not that far away in real time. He's actually only about 2 corners away, is Tibor Gabor. So Tibor Gabor has some real pace. I mean, the fastest lap listed is Kuberdanitsky. Kuberdanitsky is on a 50.1 at this stage, which is equal to Ruben Boutons, the race leader. As Ruben Boutons puts another lap in. No more pit stoppers, no pit stoppers coming in. I can see him crossing the line and back over onto the racetrack. They cross the line into the pit stop lane, but come back out of that and continue on for lap. But no, we've got the 9. The 9 is coming in. Kart number 9, of course, is a little bit further down the order, and kart number 9 is an unlisted driver. Unlisted on the entry list. Find out who that is in due course. So kart number 9, yep, not on our list unfortunately. But anyway, they've come into the pits from a little bit further down the order. So Ruben Boutons, there he is. Will he be on this lap? They're about just coming up to halfway now. This is the half distance lap. None of the new now current top 3 are in, or the 4th, or the 5th, or the 6th, or the 7th. They're all staying out. The 8th now staying out. The 9th staying out. The 10th place staying out. The 11th place staying out. Now, number 5. That, of course, is... number 5 is... Matuszak. Another one not on our list. Another driver is not actually on our list here. So, again, I'll try and identify him when he can. However, he's not running at the front, because running at the front is Ruben Boutons. Now, Ruben Boutons, he's crossed the half distance point. I'm expecting a very late pit stop from him. That's going to be the interest of where that Ruben Boutons comes out the pit relative to the early pit stop in Thibaut Gabor. The top 3, top 5, no, they're not coming in. And in comes the 8. Kart number 8 was, of course, Shente. Kart number 8 is Shente. That's Patrick Shente. He comes out from that 5th place, number 8. And he's, in fact, got a couple of karts in with him. Again, we'll identify them when they come back around. So, let's see where our friend Thibaut Gabor is. Relative now. He is, Thibaut Gabor is showing overall, he has moved up the order. Could that even be as high? The timing's showing him way up the order, but I can't believe that. Let's have a look. So timing is resetting. Thibaut Gabor is currently in 12th place. So that'll probably want resetting as well, because there've been a whole bunch of people in, and we've got another one coming in. So another driver into the pits. It looks as though it's like Niels van Kinder. So Niels van Kinder, sorry, is into the pits, and he will be coming out. It's really all about Ruben Boutons now. They're on lap 9. We can expect Ruben Boutons in the next couple of laps. Maybe not this lap, but certainly possibly next. He's heading for the outdoor section now. He still has Maxi Cisa running with him. Now, Maxi Cisa's maintained this position, and so too has Kuberdanitsky. So, Ruben Boutons will be coming back into the arena any second now. Here he is, Ruben Boutons. Will he, Cisa, or Danitsky be coming in the pits on this lap? They're all leaving it very late. Boutons continues. So does, no, it's Danitsky. Danitsky's the one to come in out third and out of 4th, which of course is David Wisniewski. David Wisniewski's coming with him. So it was the 3rd place driver into the pits and the 4th place, but Ruben Boutons continues on in the lead. He's now going to either be in this or the next lap. I think this could be this lap for Ruben Boutons and Maxi Cisa. So Kuberdanitsky came in, so we know that position is secure. We'll see what happens when Ruben Boutons come out, because he's going to be fighting a rearguard action against Thibaut Gabor. Where is Thibaut Gabor is the big question. And in fact, it looks like Thibaut Gabor could already have lost that position to Cisa. So we'll see what happens. There's one coming in now, but it's about Ruben Boutons. There's another one coming in, but we're thinking about Ruben Boutons. He has continued on. Ruben Boutons continues on in the lead. He's going to be in on this lap. This lap will be Ruben Boutons. As the timing screen continues to reset itself, Thibaut Gabor has lost a place to Cisa. Thibaut Gabor has definitely lost a place to Cisa, but Thibaut Gabor is behind Cisse on the road, expecting Ruben Bartens to come out ahead of Cisse. So Thibaut Gabor could still be in third place in the final standings because he's in second now. Now here comes Ruben Bartens. Will he come in? Surely he's in this lap. Here comes Ruben Bartens, hand in the air. Now, Maxi Cisse is not yet in the outdoor section. Maxi Cisse is heading outdoors now, followed by Thibaut Gabor. Will Ruben Bartens have done enough? Surely he will. Surely he's got a magnificent lead here as Ruben Bartens is going to be exiting the pit. Now here comes Cisse. It's not going to be as given as all of that because here comes Maxi Cisse across the finish line. But Ruben Bartens does it. Ruben Bartens does enough. He's come out in the lead. So there is Bartens through the two hairpins. Here comes Cisse as quick as that. And there is Thibaut Gabor. Now Thibaut Gabor, can he hold on to this final podium position? He's fighting a rear guard action against Kubadernitsky. Neither of these guys have been on the podium, but Thibaut Gabor, this will be the race of races for him if he can hang on. He's got about one lap to do it. Surely they're bringing out the checker. I'm looking down the marshals. They've got the checker flag ready. The checker flag's ready. It's going to be for Ruben Bartens. It's going to be for Maxi Cisse. But what about third? Will it be Thibaut Gabor? Will it be Thibaut Gabor or will it be Kubadernitsky? Here comes Ruben Bartens. The victory is his. The victory is for Ruben Bartens, the double world champion, the four-time Polish champion, wins it. Cisse second, and it's going to be Thibaut Gabor. Thibaut Gabor takes it ahead of Kubadernitsky into fourth place. What a race. Strategic brilliance from Ruben Bartens, as always. Thibaut Gabor, he rolled the dice. He was qualified second, came in third. He'll be happy with the podium wherever that is. Maxi Cisse, a spectacular second place from him. So, just to go over those top three again, it's Ruben Bartens winning from Maxi Cisse. And then it was the third place for the amazing Thibaut Gabor. What a result. So we'll be getting ready now for the final heat race of the night. It's way gone 10 o'clock, so past a lot of people's bedtime, but we have one more race to go in this round 4. So Ruben Bartens is there, so is Cisse and Gabor in third. So they're going to be taking their spots on the podium. Ruben Bartens, no doubt, very relieved to get a good score in. But the position of the race has to be Thibaut Gabor. Incredible to come into third place. And a great run by Maxi Cisse too. Maxi Cisse into that second place. But an outstanding performance then from Thibaut Gabor, as Ruben Bartens very relieved with that first place. The medal for him. Maxi Cisse did all he could. Second place for Maxi Cisse. But what about Thibaut Gabor? So well done, boys. Fantastic run there as they take their positions on the podium. So they're about to get their awards as we get ready for the final race of the day. And the final race of the day is also the final race of round 4. Now, who we got in this? We've got Mateusz Matisse, we've got Luca Kauenberg, we've got Kevin Fredriksson, we've got Max Thorn, we've got Peter Walinka, we've got Nikolai Diropan, we've got Bartosz Maraduski, Karol Zaluski, Milos Shishlak, Filip Novak, Jakub Lubnauer, we've got Victor Moskel, we've got Noah Weichel, we've got James Wilshire, we've got Zemovit Vera, we've got Jordan Remmels, we've got Marcel Lobermeyer, Bruno Seifert and Daniel Fredriksson in this race. So it should be quite a race to finish off tonight. Likely winners in the middle of that, well, they could come from a variety of places. We will see the qualifying, but could we see a win there finally for Zimovich Vera, or will it come from Matisse or even Kauenberg? We don't know. That's why we go racing. But Bartosz Maraduski is a possibility as well. Will it come from a real dark horse? I mean, could this actually be Max Thorn's night, or could it even be James Wiltshire? They've been in it a while now. They've been knocking on the door of that top half. They may well convert this to maybe even a podium. So the drivers are all in. We're going to be sending them out. It's the final qualifying of the night, the final heat race of the night as well. Well gone 10 o'clock, but We're still racing here at the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre in Szczecin, Poland. It's the Polish Rental Kart Championship of 2024. So the marshals, pretty certain that everybody's ready. There's still somebody moving around there. Now that's Ruben Boutens who won the previous race, just going back to position. So, welcome back to the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre here in Szczecin, Poland for the Polish Indoor Kart Championship 2024. It's the fourth round and the final heat race in the fourth round. This is it for the night, the final qualifying and the final race of the day. So in this race we have Matisse, we have Luca Kallenberg, we've got Kevin Fredriksson, we've got Max Thorn, we've got Peter Walinka, we've got Nikolai Dirup, we've got Bartosz Madajewski, Karol Zaluski, we've got Milos Shishlak, we've got Filip Novak, Jakub Lubnau, Victor Moscal, Noah Weichel, James Wilshire, Ziemowit Vera, Jordan Remmels, Marcel Lobermeyer, Bruno Seifert and Daniel Fredriksson. So the two Fredriksson boys are in this, so we'll see what happens between those two as they are now forming up, ready to be sent on their way for their qualifying. Equal intervals, no one's going to run in the back of anybody, no one's going to slow down enough to affect anybody, and we'll see what this final qualifying shows us. Could be wide open, this race. A lot of scope for a surprise podium on this one as they're being sent out. We'll see what happens when they do come in, because coming around now, the 14 there is the 14 will be Kevin Fredriksson. He's going to be the first one to put in a qualifying time. They're coming around, continuing on. This, the more karts keep coming through. Some of them up further back are actually not yet underway. There we go, so they're pulling out now and heading off. I think I saw Max Thorn there, one of the final karts to qualify. Either that or James Wilshire. So, round they come. They're going to be getting the checkered flag soon. They're still on the green flag. People are still starting their qualifying lap. Qualifying lap still starting. Max Thorn is the final one through to start that qualifying. The checkers out. Times are coming in now. Kevin Fredriksson obviously is the first one to finish. He's been listed in first place. He's been pushed back by Luca Kallenberg. Luca Kallenberg now takes first place. Kevin Fredriksson being pushed back even more. We're just struggling to see now because the screen's gone a bit blank on that second and third place. Is it Remmels? It's Ziemowit Vera. Ziemowit Vera has gone to the top. Jakub Lubnau is showing in second currently, but he's been pushed back by Luca Kallenberg. Filip Novak is up there, and they're constantly changing. Matisse is fastest right now, as far as I've got my information, from Ziemowit Vera and Filip Novak. Yeah, he's still in third with Luca Kauenberg in fourth, and where's Noah Weichel? Noah Weichel in fifth with Jakub Lubnauer. Jakub Lubnauer in sixth place. Marcel, where's he got to? Marcel Lobermeyer is in seventh with Daniel Fredriksson is in eighth. Bruno Seifert is in ninth, and James Wilshere. James Wilshere's come through in 10th. James Wilshere's in 10th from Max Thorne in 11th. Now, both of them will be very pleased with that. Carol, that's never Karol Zalewski. Yes, it is. Karol Zalewski out in 12th place. That's amazingly down the order for him. Karol Zalewski in 12th place with, who's behind him? It's going to be... behind Karol Zalewski is Victor Moscow with Jordan Remmels, and behind that Bartosz Madejewski is way down the order. And well, what about Peter Volinka? Peter Volinka is down there. Kevin Fredriksson, and what about Milos Šišlak? Yes, he's in 18th place. 18th place for Šišlak. And what about the final runner there? That's Nicolas Dierup. Nicolas Dierup is in 19th. They're bringing them around now, lining them up, because on the pole position is Mateusz Matisse and Zimowit Vera. Will we see him finally win a race? As he's in second place with Filip Novak. Filip Novak is going to be third, and then, of course, we're looking at Luca Kauenberg. Now, Luca Kauenberg will be very pleased with that. And one further back from that, of course, is Noah Weichel. So he'll be very pleased with Jakub Lubnauer. Now, they're coming around. They're on the outdoor section now. Round they come. Mateusz Matisse, he knows exactly what to do. He's been here in this position a number of times before. He's just going to pace Vera. He's leaving it quite late to get on the start. He's building up the speed, and now he pulls the pin off that final turn. They cross the line, the flag is out, the green is out, the start is good. They race away round those first two hairpins. It's all clean round those first two hairpins so far. Yeah, Matisse has timed this one to perfection, and everybody has been pulled out. A nice clear gap between the carts there, as we're on the new section now with Matisse in the lead from Vera. Matisse continues to lead from Zimowit Vera, with Filip Novak in third. So, on to the outdoor section for the first time in this race. There goes Matisse. Vera follows him, and Filip Novak. I won't see them. I'm expecting them, though, to be the same order coming in. I won't see them till they arrive. And now they arrive, and it's exactly the same order. So it still is Matisse. In fact, it's the same order further back. So everyone continues in the same place. Will we get... Yes! We've got 2, 3. Someone waved and then started better. 3 carts in. 3 carts have jumped into the pit lane already. And 3 will consider themselves out of position on that qualifying. And I am not surprised, because there were a few who you wouldn't think would be that far down. But look at the opposition. So none of the top 3 came in, though. But I know one hand went up. He saw 2 carts coming in front of him and quickly put his hand down and stayed out on the track. So a very cagey move there. Did not want to get disadvantaged by being held up in the pit lane. So we'll confirm those drivers as they come past. But we definitely have Mateusz Matisse continuing to lead the way from Vera and Novak. There they are, back into view. Now, will we get any new pit stoppers now? Yes, the third place Novak comes in. Filip Novak comes straight in the pits, and there's another one coming in too. Now, Novak's the crucial one in the middle of all this lot, because he's come out of third place. That suggests he feels like he could be quicker than 2 in front of him, which is Matisse. And let's have a look, though. 22, 17 and 10 were the pit stoppers. The 22 in particular I want to pay attention to, because that is Marcel Lobermeyer. Now, Marcel Lobermeyer clearly feels, therefore, that he was out of position. So Marcel Lobermeyer was the early pit stopper. He's trying to race ahead. Let's have a look now. We've still got Matisse from Vera, and Novak has been in the pits. We know there's a gap there. Luca Kauenberg assumes third place on the road. No one in the pits from the top 5 or 6. Way back further before we got a pit stopper. Okay, so let's have a look again at our pit stoppers. Karol Zalewski dropping down the order, so he must have been in. Karol Zalewski, the 24. So the 4's been in, that's Novak, we know. The 22, that's Lubermeyer. We know that Zalewski came in, and Zalewski is way down the order. So is Bartosz Madejewski. He's running last as we speak, Bartosz Madejewski. So the leaders are on the outside section now. We'll see what happens when they come through. Will there be any pit visitors? Pointless, really, unless you're Zimovit Vera. Zimovit Vera is the only one really with any reason to pit here. He does not. The others might just simply pit for the fun of it. Now, further back, we may get one. No, they're quite tight further back, and I think that's in the Max Thorn area of the track. Max Thorn started in 10th, and he's come up now to 8th. So Max Thorn, sterling job by him in 8th. James Wilshire is the one in front of him in 7th. But meantime, the leaders are out of that new section there. It's Matisse with a clear lead from Vera. We've had someone in the pits, 2 in the pits actually. We'll identify them when they come back around. They have resumed in the last 2 positions. Yeah, I'll double check them. I believe, though, it may well be... no, I'll check them. It might be... where is he? No, we'll double check. Right, so, tail enders now. We have got the leader. Where is the leader? He's continuing round. We've got Matisse in the lead. We've got Matisse in the lead from Vera's close. Vera's still close behind him. So Matisse continues to lead from Vera. Vera's the one who's cagey here, because Vera is the one who has to decide whether or not he's been held up or not. Refreshing the timing screen, because I think we've got some changes down that order which I want to bring into play. So there's Matisse, and I think there's been a change, because Vera must have come in the pits, because Kouwenberg is up into 2nd place, but Kouwenberg's in the pits himself. So I believe that Luca Kouwenberg's come in the pits. I'm going to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure Vera's come in, because Vera is there. Vera's definitely been in the pits, and he is behind the number 4, which is Filip Novak. So there's been a change. If you remember, early doors, it was Matisse leading from Vera and Novak. Novak pitted out, and Novak thought he was quicker than those two in front, and he is quicker than Vera, because he has now leapfrogged Vera in the pit stop cycles. That was crucial. In fact, him being ahead of Vera, does that also mean in reality he's actually ahead of Matisse? Because if Matisse came in now, he could well find that he is leapfrogged by Novak, 3rd to 1st for the incredible Filip Novak. Now Matisse is looking at that board. He's not coming in the pits himself, but Matisse is looking at that board and staying out. So can Matisse judge this right? Ordinarily, the leader has generally been in right at the end of the race, but Filip Novak is continuing on ahead of Zimovit Vera, and Zimovit Vera is really our kind of benchmark, if you like, because he was 2nd, really tight behind Mateusz Matisse, and there is now a kart gap on the road between Matisse and Novak, who pitted out of 3rd, and now potentially, when the pit stops have cycled through, is in the lead of this race. So it's all a question: has Vera lost time, or has Novak gained time? And the answer will be given to us when Mateusz Matisse, who continues to lead the race, makes a pit stop. He does not on that lap, and he continues ahead of the next driver behind him, which I believe is Noah Weichel. So let's refresh the timing screen and get an on-the-road position, even though we've got another one in the pits, which is going to confuse the issue a little bit. But just want to get an idea on our current front runners. Yes, it is. It's Mateusz Matisse, followed by Noah Weichel, followed there also by by Jakub Lubnauer. And then James Wilshire is in 4th with Max Thorn in 5th place. So they'll be very pleased with that. That's your top 5. Now here comes Mateusz Matisse. Is he going to come in this time? He's leading this race. Does he come in? No, he doesn't. But he does take a big look at the timing screen. Second is Noah Weichel, who doesn't look at the screen at all, but carries on. In the pits, though, the number 2, that looks like Victor Moscal. Victor Moscal has come out of about 5th place, and he continues into the pit lane. We'll see where that works out. He's going to come out right ahead. Is he going to come out ahead? No, he doesn't. There's Novak. There's Vera. And there are the next 2 drivers. He's lost a lot of places. Here's Moscow, but he's going to come out. He's going to come out in the middle of a fighting pack. He loses out and rejoins in the tail of that fighting pack. So Victor Moscow nearly leapfrogged a bunch of drivers. Actually lost 2 places, unfortunately, from his point of view. So, leading the way with 9 laps out of the 13 done. Here's Mateusz Matisse. Will he come in the pits on this lap? It is a case of no. He carries on. Again, he takes a big look at the screen. Following on through is the 2nd place, Lubmeier. And none of the top 4 come through. The 16 is in, the 16 is in, and I believe that's Jordan Remmels. Jordan Remmels looks like he's dropped into the pit lane. The number 16, it is Jordan Remmels. As Novak has now got a greater lead over Zemovic Vera. Now it is a simple case of where on earth does Matisse come out in this? Either Vera is losing time or Novak is gaining time. The answer will be, as I said earlier, with Matisse. Matisse will either come out ahead of Novak or behind Vera. So it could well be that Novak goes from 3rd to 1st in this race. Now here's Matisse. Will he come in? Will he come in? This is the important race. Yes, he does. We're going to get that question answered now. What about Lubmeier? He continues into the lead. So Lubmeier, Jakub Lubnauer goes in, goes through and in the lead. We've got another one pitting behind, but it's all about the battle here. Where on earth? There they are. There's Filip Novak. Now what about Matisse? Novak is going to come through. Novak's going to come through. Novak takes the lead. And Vera is going to be alongside. Vera passes Matisse. Matisse gets thrown down to 3rd place. Novak ends up with a huge lead over Zemovic Vera. And Mateusz Matisse ends up 3rd in that cycling of pit stops. So an absolute inspired piece of strategy for Filip Novak to bring it through from 3rd to what has now turned into a pretty big lead by Polish Indoor Kart Championship standards. He's got about 3 or 4 kart lengths over Zemovic Vera and Mateusz Matisse in 3rd place now. So we've only got a couple laps. In fact, they're bringing the checker out. No, not quite yet. We may have 1 lap to go. Filip Novak has got about a lap to go, has he? Or maybe 2. 12 laps in now. I'm expecting the checker next time around, but we'll see what the organisers throw. As there is Novak, Filip Novak. An absolutely inspired bit of driving, and he's continuing to pull away. And Zemovic Vera is under huge pressure from Mateusz Matisse. He knows he can't beat Novak, but Matisse has certainly got his eye on 2nd place from Vera. Vera's having to fight a strong rearguard action. This could be why Filip Novak is pulling away. They're heading to the outdoor section now. Will we see the checker this time around? Will we see the checker? Because Novak's got that good lead, but what about Vera? They're on the outdoors. I can't tell you what's happening until they come back inside. Is it Vera? Is it Vera? It's Vera. Vera has got a Matisse punch on one side, the other. Checker's out, and Novak wins. It's Vera 2nd, and then of course Matisse in 3rd. So and the rest follow through. We'll double check with the timing once they've gone through, but I think we may see quite a result for Max Thorn there. And I'm thinking Max Thorn could well have come through into 8th place. So Max Thorn will have done an amazing top 10 there. So our results are given as Filip Novak from Zemovic Vera, Mateusz Matisse, and then Luca Kauenberg from, it looks like, Noah Weichel. Now Noah Weichel will be pleased with that 5th. What about Marcel Lobermeyer? Marcel Lobermeyer followed through there, and in 8th place was, of course, Max Thorne. So a great top 8 there, and we're now going to be leaving the Silver Hotel and Go-Kart Centre. Thank you and good night, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the Polish Indoor Kart Championship for the first day. We're back from 7:30 in the morning. We hope you join us here in Szczecin, Poland. Thank you and good night.